And we are live as we speak. Guys, thank you so much for the folks that's sitting there waiting on us to come in. We were getting it all put together. I'm joined tonight by a very dear friend. Finally got him on here to do one-on-one with me. This is going to be a very special night. My dear friend is waiting, standing by right now so we can hop in, have some good fun. We're going to sit back, take this easy, have nothing but fun, and shoot the shit and talk about what we know best, which is movies. So, guys, please give a big hand and welcome none other than my dear friend, Mr. Cody Montana. Welcome, sir.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on, Johnny.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. This is a treat.
You know how nervous I am in front of the camera.
I will tell you this, man. So we're both sharing the somewhat the same feeling. As soon as I got you to say yes, and this was all locked in, and I got you at a time, that's when the nerves kicked in. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I'm kind of nervous myself just a little bit. And you've seen me do these things plenty of nights, like, completely drunk, but I'm sober right now.
You go for 3 hours straight, if not longer.
Me, Pop, Brad, and Brian, we can run for about 5 or 6 hours. I'm usually sitting over here just kicking them back. And the nerves is good then because I just don't give a shit. But yeah, being completely sober doing this with no alcohol in me, I'm like, yeah, I better not fuck this up.
No, man, I'm just glad to be here and having a good time.
Well, man, I got you on the screen and everybody's hopping in and sure everybody's kind of getting around to it. They just saw the live pop on and everything. Give us a breakdown, man. How long you been collecting physical media? How'd you get started in it? Give us a little bit of insight.
2015.
Okay.
So this is how it happened. Well, when I started collecting, we had a book off near us, and we used to go there all the time and just buy hundreds of DVDs. Comedies, your generic studio bullshit. And then one time I just picked up, I ran across Seven Samurai, the Criterion Collection, on DVD. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Kira Kurosawa, what is this? Went home, bought it for $20, took it home, watched, and went through the entire set in like one sitting with my friend. And ever since then, the rest is history.
Wow. So was that the Criterion Collection release that you said right there of Seven Samurai?
Yeah, Seven Samurai, yeah, DVD.
So that was your first initial like grab that you pulled off the shelf, bought it yourself, took it home, and then you were just fully invested at that point.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's the Criterion Collection? Then you read the back, it basically tells you what it is. Then I just went online and I saw that they had a huge library of all these great looking films I've never seen. And then I just went crazy.
Nice, man. Nice. So, like you said, that at the beginning when that all started, that was 2015, right?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Hey, just a year later, 2016, August, September, October, somewhere in those 3 months.
I got to Arrow Video.
I was right there behind you. The Arrow Video was 2016 for you?
Yes.
Same for me, man. Nice, man. There you go.
So I just got into boutiques probably like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, man, time's been kind of going by pretty quick too, especially with it's a job though, keeping up with all the releases that come out, limited editions, availability. Yeah, man. So, like you said, Seven Samurai pretty much really started it for you. By memory, can you kind of remember what was the next things that you really that was like, okay, I'm going to definitely check this out as well?
BBS box set, Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
Yeah, I went hard on that. There was a lot of blind buys, I was just trying to like figure out what I wanted, what I don't like. I probably picked up like close to 180 titles from them, and I've sold about 20.
Hey, that's good odds. That's really good odds.
Yeah. It's not bad, man. Not bad.
I have to say, for a price point too, I mean, I would hope you got it during a sale, but from picking up like a release like Seven Samurai, which has that price point that it has, but the BBS set though, that's got some more cost to it because you got like 7 films in that box set.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So was you definitely like jumping into that set? Because I know we just watched Easy Rider together for the first time, and now
Easy Rider and 5 Easy Pieces.
There you go. Yeah, I know we went back to back on those, man. I will say, if I had to pick one of my favorite, between the two of my favorite, Easy Rider all day long.
Classic.
I think while we was on Discord, you made the best comment when the credits rolled, and it was like, hey, enjoy that because they don't make movies like that anymore. And I'm like, I've never seen a movie like this. So like, I think they don't make a movie like this, period.
Yeah, studios releasing independent features is very, very rare.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Like you said though, so you got into the Criterion Collection, grabbing Seven Samurai plus the BBS story box set. Now you said Arrow Video came in 2016. Do you remember what the very first thing was that you grabbed from Arrow Video, or was it multiple?
Female Prisoner Scorpion.
Nice.
Then a Herschel Gordon Lewis set.
I'm so jealous of that too. And not to mention, you actually have the Female Prisoner Scorpion tattooed right there on your arm that you have showed me several times. Gorgeous. Oh, just so that was.
I'll just show it. Get out of the way. Fuck it. I don't
so
like showing off tattoos.
Oh,
like,
look, oh that thing.
Can't see shit, but whatever.
I saw him clearly, man. You got John Carpenter's The Thing right there, which is that's Drew Struzan's artwork.
That's Drew Struzan, yeah.
Not to mention the film roll that you have spiraling around that female prison scorpion. Oh man, that thing is just beautiful, man. God, man, you got some great artwork on that arm, man.
That was a cover up too.
I remember when you first showed me some pics of those tattoos. I was just like, wow, man, like this fucking guy is 100% into this.
Yeah, dude, I just love film, literature, and music. It's basically my life. Aside from work, family, other shit.
Not to mention, you literally just broke the news that you play bass guitar, man. So it's always nice that not only did you really like music, but you actually dive into actually learning to play it as well. That's kudos, man.
Yeah, kudos. Keep yourself busy. It's healthy.
Yep, exercise that brain, especially with something like that. We're going to jump to the comments right quick, man, because they are, man. They're pouring in. So I'm going to go back up to the top. Here we go right here. None of them, Mr. Potts Movie Dungeon. Everybody knows this guy right here. Dear friend right there. Have a great stream, guys. Absolutely. Pop stick with us, man. Brian Goes Blue. Where's John? Well, I'm here. I'm sure he's referring to the Jack Nicholson scene.
Yeah, shiny, yeah.
All right, Challenger 5150. Amen, Brian. Fuckers late again. They were talking about us being about 3 minutes late because we were setting up and getting everything going. So
it's always good to keep them waiting.
Here we go. There's Matt right there. By the way, Challenger 5150 is none other than Mr. Matt Gentry, who always joins us on Discord for the Joe Bob specials and all that good stuff. So I'm glad he's here with us. I told him, I was like, please come in the chat, stay with us, have some fun. Here we go right here, Mr. Holland Oates. Hey, everyone. Holland, it's great that you're here with us, man. Thank you so much for always watching, supporting all that good stuff, man. I really do appreciate it. Please stick around. Hit us up in the comment section as we go, man. All right. There's a Challenger 5150. What's up, man? Sure you're directing that towards you, Cody. Mouth getting a little dry. Truly.
Well, drinky poo for your troubles.
What are you trying to do? Like watch your figure or something?
I don't know what this has in it. It's like caffeine though. There's caffeine in this bitch.
Gotcha.
It doesn't say it, but yeah, it gets you lit.
Nice. Here we go right here. Potts Movie Dungeon right here. Hey, Challenger, what's up? Everybody saying hello to one another. Potts Movie Dungeon. There we go. All right, here we go. Hollow Notes right here. Oh my God, a non-black shirt from Johnny. I wonder how many of those he has. Well, I'll be honest with you, all my shirts are pretty much black. I had to make the exception tonight because I just got it in not too long ago. But that is the Viper shirt from none other than Street Trash. So
nice.
It's pretty. I like
That's
it.
a beaut.
It's a
Is that cavity colors?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah. And their stuff is just so limited, man. It's like one of those things like what's crazy about Cavity Colors is from what I can see with the way my wife orders that stuff, she's literally like some stuff they'll announce it live, it'll be sold out in just an hour or two. Then there's some stuff they bring out and it actually lasts a couple days. So it's just depending on what it is and everybody jumps to it.
Yeah, those shirts are expensive.
All right. I think we're having a little bit of audio issues, just a little bit. Just got a little bit of a head on that. So hopefully it's coming through good and all that good stuff. Make sure my echo is not on. The volume is actually up. Ooh, let's see.
Yeah, it could be my end.
It's okay, man. We're gonna run with it. There's absolutely we can do nothing about that audio at this point. So I'll tell you what, the next box I send you, I'll actually send you like an actual wireless mic. You just hook into your phone, just clip it on your shirt. You're good to go, man. We'll get it set up, man. Trial and error. That's all it is. All right, Challenger 5150. Yo, Cody, what's up, bud? He is here in the house with us tonight. Category 3 of me. There's Brad right there. What's up, everybody? Cody Montana time. Absolutely. Brad, thank you for being here as well, man. Good, great for
Yeah, what's up, Brad?
We have a great community on here. Wouldn't change it for the world. Ryan goes blue. Johnny needs some booze. Don't tempt me because I will walk in there and I will grab me a bottle. My nerves is a little bad. Here we go. Pots Movie Dungeon. Hey, Cody, my man. There we go.
What's up, Alan?
Got some, man, I'm telling you, got some great love and support in this chat room, man. Brian goes blue. I buy Criterions and only Criterions. A film isn't a film unless they release it. The sarcasm in that fucking statement right there, I felt it as soon as I read it.
Yeah.
We could always take the next 20 minutes right here to discuss the Criterion snobs of YouTube, but let's don't do that. That's just nothing but us talking negative shit. But they are out there, 100%. Brian goes blue right here. Nice seeing Cody on here. Amazing collection, man. I'm telling you, that thing, I can't put words to it. That thing is just, he's got everything like particularly.
Dude, we all have nice collections.
But like, keep in mind, whenever you say a nice collection, a lot of people think when you say nice collection, it's just because not the variety, but how much shit you have that you have.
No, for me, it's quality over quantity.
There you go. Like you could safely say, like, especially like you said, you hopped in Criterion 2015, Arrow Video 2016. You know for a fact that all those blind buys that you bought that's not worth the shit, you let them go out the window because somebody else can enjoy those, but you're keeping what you have in your collection because it has a specific place and it's there for a reason. Right?
Yeah, it's part of my yeah, there's a lot of movies that in the collection that I genuinely fucking love, and they'll stay with me for the rest of my life. I'll tell you right now, King Richard won't ever stick with me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I knew you was going to bring up some shit, man.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, the thoughts I have in my head right now, if I was to say them out loud, this fucking YouTube channel would be completely taken down.
I'm like, all right, let's address the elephant in the room and get it over with and move on. Yes, we're all aware of that happening, and he's a total piece of shit.
Yep. Like I told you, that whole little incident last night, that could have been any other motherfucker on the stage. He wouldn't have pulled that shit, man. He wouldn't have pulled it.
If it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
he
would have caught that fucking hand and decked him right in the face.
I love how he gets so sensitive about how somebody made a joke about his wife and then he slapped somebody, but his wife has been talking about fucking Tupac for the last 32 years, but he's completely fine that his wife.
Oh no, she was fucking like Jaden's rapper friend who was like 28 years old. She's out. They're both on drugs or something. I don't know.
Yeah. His son is definitely no better. I mean, come on, man. I think he purposely is just trying to be a bitch to.
Oh no! Have you seen After Earth? It's a masterpiece.
Don't, just don't.
Oh, I'm going there.
There's not enough drugs in the world to make me want to watch that piece of shit again. Challenger 5150 right here. Got a love our obsession for collecting. I think we all do. I can definitely say it's probably more than just an obsession, though. Especially with all of us who take these plunges to blind buy stuff, especially when we get it for a good price and we have no idea what we're digging into. It's a hit or miss sometimes, that's for sure.
Yeah, take a gamble.
There we go, right there. Challenger 5150. That's a hell of an arm, Cody. Nice art. Absolutely, man. I agree.
Thanks, man.
That is some nice ink, brother. Pots Movie Dungeon. Editing my Criterion pickups as part of my video, as you mentioned, Criterion snobs. That's awesome, man. Can't wait to fucking see it, Pop. I'm telling you, man, like, Pop, Jesus Christ. I think he was born to edit, do thumbnails. I mean, when it comes to anything that's, I would say, technical on any aspect of YouTube, if I got a question, I know exactly who I'm going to because I'm just like, I don't even know how to do this shit. He had to help me last night before we went live just because I was trying to figure out how do I put a live link in my Instagram post. And I'm like, dude, I'm lost. I don't know what the hell to do. And he walked me right through it like it was nothing. I was like, damn, he knows this shit. I know nothing of Instagram. I have an Instagram because, trying to network that thing right there, but let's see what happens. Might as well jump in both feet and go full force, right? Hollow Notes. What are 2 to 3 of the fastest turnarounds from buying to selling a movie that you didn't care for? That is a fucking great question, Cody. I'm gonna
The
let
same
you take
day, immediately.
Yeah, yeah. So
Where I
yours is
hated a movie
okay?
so much I didn't even bother with the special features.
Yeah, let's hear it. He said
Uh,
2 to 3.
let's not get into that.
Come on, man. Like I got it. I got it on top of my head. So
Well, if there's any director in the Criterion Collection that I can say avoid, it'd be Terrence Malick for me.
with a particular film of his,
The Thin Red Line.
The Thin Red Line.
Did not dig it.
Okay.
Pretentious filmmaker, really up his own ass. Just cannot get behind it. Yeah, I think when it got to the point where he was like swimming with little naked black boys, I just like, I'm out, dude. And there's so many, the dialogue and performances in that movie are just so odd. Cheese. Woody Harrelson's the best part of that movie, though.
Gotcha. All right, you did one, so I'll go for one right quick. 100%. A Vinegar Syndrome release that I watched, and I couldn't believe I'd even designated half the time to watch it. I regretted as soon as I hit play on it. That is none other than Deadly Daphne's Revenge. That shit right there. I knew what I was getting into. It's a Vinegar Syndrome title. It's not going to be.
Dude, it's like some bullshit killer doll movie.
It's
no dolls.
Nothing happens in that fucking movie. It's basically a mouse hunt at the end of the day, and they never get anywhere until like the last 5 minutes of the movie. Everything else in the middle, from the beginning to the end, there is nothing. There's no substance. There's no entertainment.
That would not have been the case if Brian Usna or Stuart Gordon directed that movie.
Amen. What's crazy is I look on eBay, because I made a profit off of that thing. Had the slipcover with it. It wasn't just limited because of the slipcover. It was actually limited, but the whole movie itself. But after that thing disappeared off the Vinegar Syndrome website, people were paying prices where you would think that that's like one of their greatest releases. I would definitely say that's one of their worst releases, not as far as cleanup, restoration, or special features, but the actual substance of the film that they're putting work into.
Yeah, the quality of the film itself. Yeah.
So, all right, man, that was one for you. Thin Red Line, Deadly Daphne's Revenge for me. What's number 2 for you?
Black Moon. You just bought it.
Shit. Well,
I like the opening of that movie, but then at the 45-minute mark, I turned it off and I could not take it anymore. You may dig it.
After I remember I picked it up and you saw me pick it up and you were like, I'm pretty sure that was either like your wife's pick or you bought that by mistake. But there's a scene in there that happens that pretty much after the car crash happens. Like I just completely lost it in that film. Is that the same?
Yeah. After that, it goes.
Gotcha. Well. I'll make sure that.
But check it out, though.
When I pop this in and watch it, if it turns out to be a horrible piece of shit, I will thank my wife.
It's a little out there, like Dreamscape.
Like Dreamscape? Yeah. Hey, well, Dreamscape's fucking. If you're gonna pair, if it's like anything like Dreamscape, even halfway decent.
Oh no, not Dreamscape the movie.
Okay, so it's basically like fever dream kind of setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
Gotcha.
I may have to give that movie another rewatch one day, but I just remember it was really hard to get through. Gotcha. Even to the 45-minute part.
Cool deal. I'm trying, for the life of me, try to put I've got a couple on my mind that I'm just trying to really think about here. I want to kind of stick to of course, the boutique line, because if it's just major production, I can go on and on about that all day. I'm trying to think for the best of me, what would be the next one? I'll tell you one right now that I haven't sold, and if it does, Brian hit me up and was letting me know that it might be getting pulled, and if it does, I'm definitely going to try to sell it and try to make my money back on it and plus more. But that'll be a Thriller, a cruel picture. That just wasn't for me. It has no value in my collection whatsoever. I'm gonna take a look at the alternate cut without all the the explicit butthole scenes and all that bullshit. I'll take a look at it one more time, but it's going to be a job though. I'm going to have a few beers in me or something just to get through that.
Just get your money's worth.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yep. I think we said 2 to 3 and we did 2 apiece right there. So I think we're good to go. Hall & Oates, I hope that served any kind of justice for you right there. And I know a lot of people definitely dig the hell out of that Synops release of Thriller Cool Picture. So I'm not saying don't go buy it.
Yeah, dude, more power to them.
Yeah, or Deadly Daphne's
If that's like one of your favorite movies, you scored.
Scored. Absolutely. Not to mention, you got another release of it coming from Vinegar Syndrome that has one hell of a fucking price point on it, by the way. But
Yeah,
if
how
it's
much was that? Like 67 after shipping?
shit, man, I think it's even more
Shit,
than
I
that.
heard anywhere from 67 to 80.
Yeah, it's after they
I don't
did
know what that's about.
their flash pre-sale, the price of that thing went right. I mean, they're at full retail value, and their retail price looks like it's like $80. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't care how many 4K discs is in that bitch of that fucking movie. It ain't
Yeah.
$80 for me. But hey, for anybody else who dug that movie though, you got two great releases right there just stacked for you, ready to go. All right, category 3 and me. Thriller, A Cruel Picture from Synapse has been pulled from all online stores, including the Synapse online store. Johnny, hang on to that fucking thing. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna wait till that seal
Yeah.
on there risen to the top of what I think, and that bitch is
Sell,
gone.
sell, sell.
That's it. If I can sell that fucking thing and then buy, something, I can take that money and put it towards, let's say,
Miami Connection.
Martin from Second Sight. Whenever they let that pre-order go live,
Oh yeah.
that's a win-win. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'll be honest though, I gave a lot of criticism to that movie because I built my expectations up. It was my own fault. Like I put my expectations up to a level that probably was never going to be met. But I'm telling you,
Well, when you're hyping up a movie that much, it's going to have like unrealistic expectations for some people.
Yeah. The first thing that took me out of that movie, I'll be honest with right off the bat, and I know this is probably everybody's favorite part of that movie. Of course, we all love those scenes where, I mean, especially like, let's say Ash from Evil Dead, he's getting all the weapons together, the chainsaw on the nub, and he's filing down the double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, because it's all been building up to that point.
Exactly. They try to, it's almost like Thriller done that, but the weapon choices were just unrealistic to me. It took me
I
right
love
out
how
of it.
she has the double-barreled shotgun pointed right at her face. I'm like, as soon as you fire that thing, you're gonna break your nose.
Exactly. And I mean, by filing it down the way she did too, I was like, I think I even commented while I was on Discord watching it with the fellas, and they went for it for 2 nights in a row. Like I think they watched it one night without me when they first got it, and then like 2 nights later they were watching again. So kudos to Pop and Brad for sitting through that twice in 1 week just to watch it with me. I'll be forever in their debt for that shit. So I definitely owe them more than one for doing that. But like I said, it took me completely out of the film. I was sitting there watching her fall down the shotgun. I'm like, well, realistically, I know it's a movie, but damn, she just took out like half of her range capability with that shotgun doing that. And then she's in there in the warehouse shooting people from like, 80 yards away. And I'm like, that shotgun wouldn't hit shit.
Yeah, and the slow-mo kills make me want to punch the editor in the face.
Oh, God. Dude, can we even call that a fucking soundtrack? I had it on my surround. I literally had to turn my surround sound off and just put the fucking volume through the TV because it was giving me a headache. I was like, I can't do this. Like it's, oh, it's so sad, but it's just so.
I'd say if you guys are into Thriller, A Cruel Picture, go for these movies.
Oh, I'm definitely going to buy that. I got it in the watch list, man.
Yeah. Books and shit are falling out.
Almost wish you didn't hold that up just now because I know I got to compete now with somebody who's probably watching on here, and they're gonna go to eBay and see the exact one I'm looking at. It's all good, so good. But they do have the limited edition of that right there. Not only that, they broke it down as a standard edition as well. I know a lot of people don't even care about the limited edition books. Me, I gotta have that book to read that shit. Y'all know me, so.
Hey, the standard edition is just as good.
I got you, but it ain't got the book in there, and I gotta have something to read on the show, bro.
Hey man, I'm just trying to say.
I got a stack of comic books sitting next to the toilet. I've already read them bitches 2 or 3 times a piece.
Yeah, we're all gonna get pink eye because of you.
Yeah.
Because you keep reading comics on the shitter.
Yeah. I'm a nasty fuck. Everybody knows. Definitely will though, Brad. I'll hang on to it, man. Hey, if somebody knows when a good price point's going to hit and it might not go up any higher, be the first one to give me that fucking word and I'll let it go. Challenger 5150. They're both on Hollywood. Worse Than Drugs. I was assuming we were probably talking about the whole Will Smith thing.
Yeah, Holly Weird.
Yeah, man. Fucking sad excuse for talent right there. I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed I Am Legend, but I really couldn't tell you anything really good Will Smith's been in besides that. I'm sure everybody's going to be like, y'all didn't watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I'm like, no, fuck Uncle Phil. I don't care about him neither.
Yeah, even Jada brings down Demon Knight just a little bit every time she's on screen. I mean, she's solid. I don't mind her, but knowing what you know and seeing her on screen just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, oh, God.
Make sure the sound's okay here. Reaching out just a little bit. All right, here we go. I definitely agree, though, especially with I mean, I love Demon Knight. We all love it, but of course, we can love the soundtrack. Love what was that William Sadler, one of my favorite actors right there, no doubt. Just sorry, Jada Pinkett's not. She was in a heavy metal band for a while. She even was on Ozfest there for a little bit. I saw her on stage, man. I was like, her band sucks just as much as she does, but she's the singer of it, of course. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember the fucking name of her band. That's just how forgetful it was. You know, I had to sit through them for 45 minutes, and her husband walked out on stage to introduce her band. I'm like, oh, everybody was like popping off in the crowd. I'm like, we're at a heavy metal show, man. Fuck this guy. Who cares about him? Everybody acting
you can
like
fuck her. You just can't make fun of her.
It was like, fucking wait a minute. Like, everybody's acting like Ozzy just walked out on stage himself to introduce her band. I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, she had great talented musicians in her band, just had a horrible singer.
Yeah, true that.
Category 3 and me. Near the end of Black Moon, a teenage girl breastfeeds a horse. You'll fucking love it. That right there alone.
Yeah, I'm sure Johnny's gonna eat that shit up.
That is absolutely my. Whoa. That changes everything now. I had some bad expectations for that after you said
shit, that makes me want to go back and rewatch it. Like, what the fuck am I missing?
That's what I'm talking about. So we get to see a horse get breastfed. That's fucking awesome.
That's
all
something.
Right. I think I'll just fast forward all the way up to the end just so I can see that scene. Then I'll go back and watch the movie. Oh, here's one we just watched the other night too. Here we go. Ghost World is a great film based on a graphic novel.
Yes, it is.
That was a good pick that you picked the other night. My wife enjoyed the shit out of that. She was like,
"Kudos to him
for picking that."
Fantastic.
I even showed her the text that you sent me where you was like, "Tell your wife she could thank me later for picking this one." And my wife was like, "Dude, like I did not expect him to pick a movie like that." And I'm like, "He's got it in his fucking collection." So
here's your popcorn covered in delicious yellow sludge. Delicious yellow chemical sludge. I love that.
It's definitely got like a punk rock kind of vibe to it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
With their dialogue. I like that.
I love it when she's going through like a little punk rock phase and she goes into the store and he's like, "Oh my gosh, didn't they tell you? What? Punk's dead."
Yeah. I dug the hell out of that, man. That was a good watch. That's definitely going to be one on my list for the next, the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale.
Oh, yeah.
I snagged that for a good price while I'm at it. But yeah, Brian Goes Blue, we both agree with you wholeheartedly. Brian Goes Blue here. Can't really buy the Synopsis release anymore. Don't worry, man. You're not missing out much. If everybody doesn't know as well, Brian from Brian Goes Blue on here, he is a subscriber to Vinegar Syndrome. And he gets a lot of their shit. And I'm sure with his subscription, he's definitely going to grab that. He's going to be getting that $80 box Thriller or Cruel Picture. So, brother,
you know how much you can sell that shit for?
Oh man,
you can get a subscription and make some money off of that.
Yep. Hey, Master Chaos has been doing it for 2 years now. Me and him started at the same time. He's very successful. He's a lot better YouTuber for sure, hands down. But I'll tell you, man, like he's not shy to say it. Like they'll roll in, he'll get his box every month, and in a couple of weeks he'll be on his YouTube channel being like, "I kept this one. I'll let these other 3 go. Fuck them."
You're paying for it.
So I think he said at the end of it, like out of all the titles that he kept, he was really only like $100 into it because he'd already made his sub money back, and he got to keep titles and watch them all. So
yeah,
that's the way to do it. Like, you got to respect a man's hustle who can do that shit that way. You know what I mean?
That's a smart man.
Absolutely. Here we go, right here. Brian Goes Blue. So glad I got Thriller in my subscription. I wouldn't have paid that. Hell no. I don't blame anybody, man. I mean, if you're the biggest fan of that.
Well, guess what, Brian? You did pay for it.
Yeah, and yes, technically, I wonder what the percentage is. You know, doing the math on it for all the titles that he's going to get through the year. But yeah, man. I hope he enjoys it though. I really do, man. Especially getting one of the biggest expensive sets I've seen from Vinegar Syndrome so far with that price tag.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you thought about it, Brian.
Absolutely, man. Here we go, right here. The missus, she's at work, but she just tuned in. I'm late. Hey, Cody.
Is that the missus or?
Yeah, unfortunately, she had to work tonight, and I gave her a heads up when she got home this morning. I'm like, I got Cody to say yes. And she was like, well, shit. And I was like,
I'm just gonna say, mad props to her on your sign.
Absolutely,
it's rad,
absolutely.
Dude.
She has a lot of fun doing all that stuff. Even the Instagram stuff that I post, she's on top of my shit, man. I don't make a move around here though. That trust me.
Keeping your ass in check.
Here we go right here. Category 3 of me. Holy shit, at Brian Goes Blue. You're a VS subscriber? No fucking way. I had no idea. I'm telling you that it's gonna be the running joke for the rest of our lives. Watch, it's probably gonna be one of those things. There's no way Brian can let his sub go out though. Like the next time the sale comes up, like he has to put that sub in every year now just to keep that joke running. So I hope he gets good shit out of that for that joke. That's for sure.
Hey man, keep it going.
There you go. Challenger 5150. That's Johnny's bread and butter. Absolutely. Brian Goes Blue. Well, in the end, Cody, yes, I did pay for it, but I will definitely resell any titles I don't enjoy from Vinegar Syndrome. No regrets, not even no regrets, not even a letter. I definitely there's a shit too that I'm seeing a lot too, especially with Vinegar Syndrome collectors. They're doing this whole thing where they got to have every single release that flip cover, the whole 9 yards, and they're holding on to films that they don't even care for or hate. It's like, what's the point? You're taking up real estate in your own collection. You're not going to watch it again. You're just keeping it for what? Because it's got a slip cover on it. Fucking sell that thing, man. Get something in your collection.
Oh yeah, I know people with Vinegar Syndrome collections that only sell the slips, and the entire collection is paid for itself.
Yep. I told you, man. All this shit that's sitting over here, man. There's there's just a few releases that I gotta keep the slips for because they're monumental releases for me. I mean, of course, Fade to Black.
Yeah, Fade to Black, Deadly Games. Goddamn.
Dial Code Santa Claus. Yeah, exactly. Deadly Games. Another thing. Blood Games. To me, I love that release. A lot of people don't care for that movie. That's a great revenge.
I just got that.
You're gonna love it.
Great movie. It exceeded my expectations for sure.
Nice. It's
great time. Oh my god, the guy from Hack-O-Lantern. What's his name?
Oh shit. Oh god. Just grab it and look. It's gonna kill us.
Gregory Cumming.
Gregory Cumming. There you go.
Gregory's Coming. Great. Awesome actor. I love him in Hack-O-Lantern. You're the devil. Great movie.
Vinegar Syndrome.
Anyone watching who hasn't seen Hack-O-Lantern, do yourself a favor and go watch it on Shudder right now.
And watch the Joe Bob.
Yep.
I don't think there is one, but if he does one, watch it.
Excellent.
That's right. Joe Bob did do it that was one of the picks for his Halloween specials, right? That's how we came across it. Was Joe Bob, right? I think so.
Well, I've known about it way before Joe Bob showed it on his last drive-in.
Gotcha. Yeah, man,
it was one of those titles that Red Letter Media reviewed like 4 years ago on a Halloween special. Amazing. But yeah,
who was the label? Because I got it over there. I just can't remember the label. Who put that out? It's gonna kill me. I'm just gonna have to look at it because it's gonna kill me. It's Massacre Video who put it out. And I know these things, especially that company doesn't put out like a whole lot of films, but I think this was the film that he had to take the guy to the People's Court, and they actually did an episode airing of it. Do you remember that? Anyway, the founder of Hack-O-Lantern Productions right here who put this release out. There was a guy who was bootlegging it and showed it on YouTube for free, and they gave him a cease and desist order, and he didn't follow through, and he kept showing it. So the guy from
oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, and you can actually still see it on YouTube. Like just type in what is that? Massacre Video, the People's Court, and you'll be able to see that episode on there. It's like bizarre to see somebody from physical media take somebody to court over that, but he had a right to do it though. They were losing a lot of money from that guy just showing it for free.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to cut in and ask anyone in the comments or anyone who's watching, comment and tell us how the video quality and the audio quality is, because I'm not even sure. It sounds and looks like shit. I'm sorry.
We're going to muscle through this, man. I assure you.
But you know what, Johnny? I'm going to go to the bathroom and have a cigarette. I'm going to leave it up to you for right now.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Take your time, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially with Blood Games too. Because Brian, I see your comment right there. Blood Games is fucking awesome. It absolutely is. I remember when Vinegar Syndrome first released that. I want to say it was a Black Friday sale, maybe 2020. Might have been a halfway sale, 2021. I can't remember. But I remember they fucked it up and they had like a little typo on the back of it. It was a little minuscule typo for the back of it, and then they actually sent us like the wraparound, an extra wraparound inside of our box to replace that. And I was kind of like, wow, like they went above and beyond, because they could have literally just said like, fuck it, we ain't worried about that. I think it was them breaking down the first sentence on there saying it was a 4K scan of it. I could be wrong on that, but memory serves me correctly. There definitely was a typo problem, and they fixed it immediately too. So, category 3 of me, Ebola Syndrome, dude. Come on, best VS release ever. Absolutely, I love the fuck out of it for sure. That's definitely up there. That'll be one that I'll never get rid of, and plus the slipcover will always stay with it, 100%, man. Hey, hopefully Vinegar Syndrome will definitely spit some more of those things out, man, because I'm sure you'll buy them up. You'll be the first one to buy them up, man. All right, let's keep it going here. Brian Goes Blue. Have you seen The Suckling with the Aborted Fetus Monster? Absolutely, man. That is just as Jesus Christ. As soon as you damn turn that movie on, there's like this really sketchy kind of like house that this couple is going through because the girl got pregnant and the boyfriend's all about her having an abortion. Don't want to ruin it, but she goes to this house. Basically, they flush the fetus down a toilet. It goes in the sewer, gets all this toxic shit all over it. Turns into this crazy, great, nasty looking abomination. It is a fucking great film. Vinegar Syndrome has it, and also 88 Films also put that out as well. If I'm not mistaken, I do have the 88 Films release. That is the 88 Films release. But yeah, that movie's good enough where I'll actually buy the Vinegar Syndrome as well. As long as they got a good price on it, of course, because that is a back catalog title. I know that slipcover probably goes for stupid money, but I definitely just want the release. Hollow Notes here. Sounds and looks fine. Thank you so much, Holland. Appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for fucking always being here too, man. Giving all the support that you give. You're an awesome guy, man. And I did see your message and everything that I got on YouTube that I reached out to you this morning and everything, man. So hey, anytime you feel the need, say the word, brother, and I will have you on here to have some fun, brother. So let's see what we got here. The missus right here sounds great. Looks good. Thank you. Thank you. I love that Hollow Notes noted your non-black shirt. Yeah, it's probably, well, I mean, I got a few shirts that's not black. Jesus Christ, but I guess I do probably always wear black shirts on camera. It's all good.
I think the only shirt I have that isn't black is the Severin shirt you sent me.
Oh, the red Severin shirt?
Yeah, that thing's killer.
It's got a black logo on it, man.
You still got to buy that Synapse hoodie.
I know it. I'm definitely dragging ass on that. I saw you got it, man. I saw the pictures.
It's good quality. I like it a lot.
It's so hard to find a good hoodie, man. Like a really good zip up hoodie with like,
Oh, it fits perfect. It's actually really good.
Nice, man. As through the years, man, as I bought so many like you. I mean, I just took one off right before we got on. Is that old Slipknot hoodie? I've been wearing that thing for years. I have some of my favorites, man. The first thing that usually goes on a shitty hoodie is the zippers. You go to zip it up, it'll get cross threaded. Before you know it, that thing will never zip up right again without fucking maneuvering with it.
I hate that.
Burn it. It's so shitty, but you can tell the quality by a hoodie just because the zipper make on it when you look at it, and the material is a dead giveaway. The Severin hoodie, man. Brad fucking bought 2 of them after I bought mine. And I told him, like, my biggest regret was I didn't order 2 at the same time. And he's like, hey, they're back on the site. Go grab them. That sale comes around.
Hey, they better be good quality because I'm giving your company free advertising.
There you go, right? There you go.
I'm essentially paying to advertise your company. So, yeah.
Yep.
Shit, they should send me a copy of Street Trash for that.
There you go. Well, Severin, yeah. Yo, Synapse does have Street Trash. That's right. Yep. Yeah, no doubt.
I still don't have it.
Oh my God. What's the matter with you?
Oh, dude, if it had a Joe Bob segment in it, you know me, I'd buy that up in a second. But I'm like, no, there's no hurry, no rush.
I told you at the place I went to for that Joe Bob meeting, they had a limited VHS of him doing the segments for Street Trash. He wanted $80 for it on the table, and the guy in front of me fucking bought the last copy.
Yep.
I was like, wow.
I was gonna say that shit sold out.
Yeah, they're very limited. I think they only press up like 200.
Was he signing them too?
Oh, he'll sign anything. It don't matter, man.
There you go.
I took the official Anchor Bay Blu-ray release of I Spit on Your Grave. I slid that thing across the table. He looked up at me and he was like, You do realize this is the very first ever commentary or anything I've ever recorded with a company for a physical media release. And I was like, why'd you think I brought it? I did my homework, motherfucker. Like, sign that shit.
Yeah, I'm a fan. What do you think I'm doing here?
Then he told me too, like he broke it down, like we was just sitting there bullshitting. Very nice guy, very soft spoken and all that. And he was telling me, he was like, I don't know if you know this or not, but it wasn't up until a couple years ago that she finally admitted, but that is Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, yeah.
On that cover right there. And for a lot of years, she wouldn't respond or, actually admit to the photo shoot of that right there. But 100%.
Fantastic body.
So that's a great fucking movie.
And dude, that cover, dude, oh my God.
It's just everything.
It says everything without having to say anything.
That release right there too was out of print for God knows how many years, and of course Ronin Flick, Scorpion, whatever got a hold of it, put that out, and of course the value of this dropped way down. But at one point, this Blu-ray alone, after it went OOP, like this thing was going for about $60-$80 on a given day. So I was of course I held on to that though, man. That's a life-changing flick for me right there.
Yeah, I need to get a copy of that.
So I told the story before, but that was one of my very first ever memories of going into a video store, going behind that curtain that we're all like, little kids are forbidden to go. It was sitting on the left. I picked it up really quick, went to the register, didn't get caught, checked me out. I was walking back out the door to the car, and I was like, the God shined upon me that day, dude. I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Went home with that VHS. I got in the car. My mom's like, so what movie did you get? And I was like, I got like fucking Space Jam.
Oh, shit. If it was me, I would have just stolen that shit.
Great guy at the video store, man. I couldn't have done that, but I don't even think he was just even looking at the title when he was just, handing the shit, the little ticket number, and he just went over there and grabbed the VHS and was like, that's $2.
He's like, hey, as long as this kid's paying for it.
There you go. I don't give a shit.
I'll take his money.
You can go back there and get Backdoor Sluts Volume 9. I don't give a shit. Just pay for it.
Oh, man. The most hardcore porno ever made.
I didn't ever get that one, though. I spit on your grave instead. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Oh, there's Mel right there. Awesome to see her in the chat. Hey, Johnny, what's up? Mel, you have a great channel. I'm sure everybody can agree with that on here. Believe it or not, I know you've been on YouTube for probably about a year, maybe a little over a year. Thank God for the algorithm. It did pop up. I found your channel. Man, she has some great unboxing videos. She breaks it down really good. She has a great personality on camera too. You can just tell she's literally excited about everything.
Everyone go subscribe to Killer Podcast.
Absolutely. Tell her Johnny sent you. Tell her Cody sent you. Whatever. Just go and check her out, man. She has a great channel. I couldn't plug her shit enough. That's for sure. Nice to see everybody mix that up a little bit too, because it's pretty much for all of us physical media collectors is always a bunch of dudes. You know what I mean? So it's
always picking up and showing off the same exact shit.
Exactly. So it's like a
But it's nice to get like everyone's own, opinions on the movie, and everyone can always add a little something to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, great channel right there though. Hollow Notes, the bright color really pops. Thank you, sir. That is awesome. That is awesome. Here we go, right here. We got Mel right there. It says, hey there to Hollow Notes right there. Here's the missus. LOL, I took a gamble with the green. I wasn't sure if Johnny would wear it. You do have non-black shirts, but we have more of the black ones. Our closets are just full with fucking, come to think of it, I do have some shit that's not black, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. I love it. It's street trash. If this bitch was bright pink, I'd still wear it. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, what's wrong with pink?
Hey, the damn thing. What's the old saying back in the day? Pink is the new black. I think that was Bury Your Dead, the old hardcore band from California that they did like 1-2 albums and they just fell off the face of the earth. Great hardcore band though. Look, don't get mad at it. You're gonna break it. Oh, my bad. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. My third podcast. I did a podcast on street trash many moons ago. I'll definitely go back and check that out for sure, Mel. Like I said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. I appreciate the hell out of it. Definitely check out that video. Hollow Notes signing right over her ass. Come on. I mean, exactly. For that too. I think he drew like an arrow. It says to Johnny Walker. This movie kicks, and he drew a picture to the
I'm trying to see the ass, and I'm like,
And then signed it right across the butt cheeks too. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, that was an experience right there. I'll never forget. I was when I was in there, me and my wife was just stacking the merch up too. She was like, I'm getting it 2 of every shirt that he's got, blah blah blah. And I saw those the poster that I sent you. I saw those sitting right there, and I was like, this is the perfect gift for Cody right here. I'll even get him to actually sign it to Cody. And I was sitting there, and he was like, okay. He was like, you want me to put his name on? I was like, absolutely, man. Like, he loves your shit just as much as I do. Like, this is
Let
gonna be
him
a
know
great
it's
gift.
addressed to me.
Write his social security number on that shit while you're at it.
That was the coolest fucking thing you could have ever done.
Yeah, when I put that box together, man, like I said, I think I had to ship that stuff in like 2 different boxes or something like that. One got there before the other, but as soon as you put that out and you showed that picture of that frame you put it in, I'm like, yeah, he dug the fuck out of that one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely, man. I was so glad.
Buried with me.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I feel, hey, same feeling. Go Pops right here saying hey to Mel right there. The 4K Lowdown. Nice for you to join us. Thank you so much. What's up, guys? Just chilling and shooting the shit. So glad you're in here hanging out with us. Just followed them on Instagram not too long ago as well, a couple days ago. Trying to network a little bit, and it's great. Get to meet nice new people, man. We have such a great community. I couldn't stress that enough. My killer podcast. Hey, Pops. Hope you are well, sir. Hollow Notes. I need to watch Ghost World on your recommendations. Yeah, definitely check it out. Especially if you look. I don't want to give this movie just saying like, oh, it's just like this very punk rock atmosphere to it. It's very like what would you say, like a coming of age rebellious.
It's coming of age.
Yeah, coming of age rebellious teenage kind of flick, I would say.
Yeah. It's a dramedy for sure.
There you go.
It probably falls more into the comedy realm than the drama. But it's got heart. It's relatable as fuck. It's just,
absolutely.
It has great performances. You're not going to regret that decision. Go for it. $20. Take my money.
Absolutely. And Holland, especially if your girlfriend, wife, whatever it is, get them to sit there and watch it with you, man. That's a great film to share with somebody. 100%. It's always nice to share film and show things you love with somebody. That just makes it even better. Downer 5150. Damn, how many memories we got from the video store days. And it's a fucking that's Matt right there. Me and him, Jesus Christ, ever since we were like 12 years old. I'm talking about we would one of our I guarantee you the most rented VHS copies we ever rented was probably every volume of Faces of Death and Traces of Death. We were watching that shit way too young, diving in. And I'm not even gonna tell you how many times that we fucked up some VHSs along the way. I know he fucked up Maximum Overdrive VHS tape when we were trying to tape it at one point and take it back to the video store without getting caught, so we wouldn't have to pay for it. We were little kids. I mean, we were doing the best we could, man. I mean, shit.
That's awesome.
Shit. Not to mention like Hellraiser. The Return to Horror High was another one that we definitely rented. Shit, man. The Evil Dead flicks, of course.
Yeah.
And there was just so many memories. I mean, I think there was still stuff in that video store I look at today, especially like seeing Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, and Synops. I keep seeing them roll out titles the past couple of years where I was like, I remember seeing the VHS on the shelf, but unfortunately, I just never rented it and checked it out. So it's one of those things we get to kind of relive our youth a little bit by checking stuff out that was completely forgotten. Like Splatter University, that was another one. We just left it sitting there on the shelf. Graduation Day was another one. Thankfully, Vinegar Syndrome popped them out, and we got to experience them since we just kind of threw them off to the side there in the VHS days. But
yeah, it's just reinvigorated all these titles that have basically been lost to time.
Can you personally think of a title where, especially being like in the video store, you saw it a lot but never had the the integrity, the perseverance to pick it up yourself and rent it and take it home and watch it?
But we used to have a Blockbuster, like everyone.
Yep.
And anytime you went in looking for Nightmare on Elm Street movies or the Halloween films, good luck. That shit was sold out every fucking time I went in there. And the one night that my dad and sister were watching Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, I had to sneak into the living room, hide behind the couch, and watch it. And I just remember the scene with, I just remember the scene when the girl gets when he turns the girl into a cockroach and smashes her. I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, oh, I thought movies were just about like, people talking and blah blah blah. I was like, the editing, the special effects, the creature design, everything. I'm like, this is what movies could be. Holy shit! Mind blowing seeing that when you're like 6 years old.
Absolutely, man. So changes you right there on the spot. It was like, wow.
Yeah, horror fan for life.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We all, especially in here, definitely got a lot of love for Nightmare on Elm Street. Even the sequels, man. I think some of the sequels are better than the original, but Nightmare 3 for me is going to be the one that's just like, wow. Like, it doesn't get no better than that.
After Nightmare 4, it kind of goes.
I can agree with you to some aspect. Believe it or not, one of my favorites that I still, because it's great memories, especially from the VHS days, is, of course, Freddy's Dead. I got the one sheet hanging in my bedroom above my bed and everything. That is like I know everybody hates that fucking movie, but I'm telling you, like when I first saw that movie, I was just kind of like that coming of age, like coming up a little bit.
And I enjoy all those movies for sure. It's like Halloween. After Halloween 4, I can't even watch that shit.
As a train wreck. It's fucking.
Yeah, it's actually really depressing.
I agree, 100%, man. Brian Goes Blue right here. Driving home from work and leaving on Johnny's podcast. Awesome, man. Thank you for being here, Brian, man. I appreciate the help.
Drive safe, Brian.
Exactly. Don't be a distracted driver. All right, here we go. Pops Movie Dungeon, my killer podcast. Doing great. Everybody's hitting each other up in the comments section. Loving it. 4K Lowdown. Appreciate the follow, brother. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Great collection. Man, great post that you have too, man. Can't help but just sit there and just look and be like, damn, got some great stuff, man. Great stuff. Challenger 5150, the smaller mom and pops video stores were the best for obscure titles. And I agree with that 100% because Blockbuster, even though I had to go to them plenty of times, especially for the new releases that the mom and pops only had 1 or 2 copies, and they were always out. Man, the mom and pop video stores, you can go in there and raid those old shelves, and they'd have, like you said, the Nightmare on Elm Street series. You could flip through them, and they'd have like 3 or 4 copies of each one because they're trying to keep their inventory. And it's like you can get the whole collection right there in one go from a mom and pop.
Oh yeah, there's movies that Blockbuster would never even dare to have in stock, or carry, or even no. That's where you went for the more obscure shit. Blockbuster was more of like the Hollywood, more mainstream titles. But if you wanted to find some really crazy obscure shit, that's where you went. Little mom and pop stores. There's someone who can guide you in the right direction to what you're looking for.
100%, man. I mean, how many Blockbusters back in the day carried, let's say, you walk in there on any
Antichrist.
Antichrist, for example, let's say Eaten Alive or The Mangler. Like, they're not, not going to have.
Yeah, you're not going to find any video nasties in Blockbuster.
There you go. Was it House on the Edge of the Park? Good luck finding that shit in a Blockbuster because it's not going to happen. But as much as I talk shit about Blockbuster, I still miss them, man. I just miss a video store in general. So it is what it is.
Fond memories for sure.
It's like walking into Orbit DVD, man. It's like almost like a memory of going back a little bit in time. It's like the only thing still left standing where you're like, I get to walk around a physical store that's nothing but movies, and there's just endless options. You're not renting them, of course. You're buying them straight out, but hey, it still has that nostalgia feeling to it, man. So it kind of takes you back. Just walking in there. Each time I walked in there so far, I have to admit it. I walk in the door, I'm almost like just like an emotional teenage boy walking in the door, being like, "Oh my god!"
Most definitely.
Getting sentimental as hell. Here we go, right here. Challenger 5150. I love the Freddy flick where the guy got merged with his motorcycle. Absolutely, that's a fucking great scene. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what part that is, of course, and I want to say that's 5. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Nothing to look that up though. You don't Google and just fucking type that in and it'll pop right up. I think it's 5, if I'm not mistaken. That is a great flick right there. Well, man, we are caught up with the comment section. We've been blowing through this thing pretty smooth.
So when I asked about how the quality is, what did anyone say?
I had a few that responded. Matt said everything looked really good. He said that you could definitely use a ring light though for lighting, which that's no big deal. I'll put that in a box with you.
I just try to get my.
It looks really good now. Like it's very, after you turn that light on, it looks really, really good. Yeah, that's nothing to it, man. You know I'm gonna hook you up, man. There's a couple comments in there saying look and sound and fine, man. So we're good to go, man. No worries. Like I
Awesome.
told you before, I definitely, man, especially getting you to say yes to do this, man. I wanted to take at least a couple minutes, man, to kind of do a rundown of the films that not only that you recommended, but like the films that you put in the box and sent them my way. That was definitely just monumental to me. And every one of these that I took off the shelf, I carefully, like I was trying to do like a little top 10 thing just to run through really quick, and I couldn't do it. I had to pick like 12 plus three, what'd you say the
Honorable
term?
mentions.
Honorable mentions. It keeps eluding me. So yeah, man, I had to pull these out right quick, man. So trust me, it's not an ass kissing session, but I gotta pay some props your way because without you, I would have never watched most of these. So, and this is cinema right here that, like I said, I'd have never bought off the shelf, but this was just one of those things.
Hey man, it goes around, you know. I wouldn't have known about those movies if it wasn't for somebody else telling me about them. So spread the good word.
And I just want to say, well, I can definitely see it up close too, man. That fucking shirt you have on right there, dude. Fucking House, man. That was the first Criterion release that you recommended. That was the very first one that you recommended me, and that shit blew me away, man. Oh my god, that was an experience from hell. It was great. Fucking decapitated flying heads, going across the screen, biting girls on the
girls
ass.
getting eaten alive by a piano.
It was just great, man. It was great stuff. I couldn't recommend that at all. The sad part of it is it just dawned on me to actually kind of run by that. It's right here in the collection. Like I said, that was the very first film that you had recommended that I picked up during the Barnes & Noble sale like 2 years ago. Anybody who hasn't seen
everyone buy this.
There you go.
Buy it. Don't think about it. Buy it.
This is one of those films that I'm sure you can agree with this. You can watch this film completely sober and you will feel fucked up while you're watching this movie. Like 100%. Yes. A very impactful film. From 1977, 88 minutes long. And that is 88 minutes when it takes a little bit to get started up with the story. But man, as soon as they hop on that bus headed to that house, holy shit, does it start going then. I mean, it just picks up really good. But yeah, that was, like I said, that was your very first recommendation. About 2 years ago, I came home, popped that straight in. I remember messaging you back and being like, Jesus Christ, where the fuck has that movie been at all my life?
Yeah, that movie is just totally all over the goddamn place.
You know, when you first recommended this too, because I was doing my subscribers videos back in was it 2020? When you had recommended House, I thought you were talking about the
Sean S. Cunningham movies.
There you go, Sean S. Cunningham, the first House film. I was like, well, yeah, I definitely got that in the box. I see what you recommend. That's a great fucking film that slept on. And then you're like, no,
not that. House You, 1977.
You're like, motherfucker, the one I'm talking about is a Japanese film.
Yeah, let's get some Japanese in you.
Yeah, that was great. All right, man, I'm going to run through them right quick, guys. For any one of these right here, I'm going to definitely hold up. Definitely, if you haven't seen them, check them out. These films right here are just precious as can be to me. Like, these are the films that, man, no matter what, they'll never leave my collection for any reason whatsoever.
Okay, so, Johnny, I'm going to go have one more cigarette before we get into this.
Absolutely, man. Go for it, man.
I hope you mind. I hope you don't mind.
Take your time, man. Take your time. We're good. Go for it, brother.
Thanks, man. Be right back.
I will shoot the shit and take up a little bit of time here. I'm sure everybody saw the Screen Factory post that we got today. It was very vague as hell. I'm sure everybody's excited to see whatever the hell that is that they're talking about. If there's any guesses you guys have, which I have mine, of course, and I'll go ahead and say it. I would say this is them amping up, especially with that scene that they showed. I would say it's the Army of Darkness 4K UHD because Jeff Nelson himself, come on. It's been 2 years now since he let the air out of the bag. He did that with Dawn of the Disc originally when he was asked that question. And then he chimed back in for a repost and he said, we definitely have the Army of Darkness 4K UHD working on it now, but no release date has been speculated yet. And then all of a sudden, Jeff Nelson had a little bit of an issue with Dawn of the Disc, especially when they leaked out the whole Friday the 13th box set. I'm sure you guys remember that on social media. And he definitely had a mouthful to say with Dawn of the Disc for being so pissed off about them dropping that leak so early. But Amazon had already done it. I mean, they already had the pre-fill information. That's exactly where Dawn of the Disc is always getting their information from. So, guys, please hit me up in the comment section. Please let me know what you think that surprise is going to be. If you haven't seen it yet, look on the Screen Factory Facebook or Instagram page. They did drop a little picture right there, and they said something big is coming. And let me know what you think. And please, guys, we know by the image that they're showing, that's not a hint for the Nightmare on Elm Street box set, which I know we're all drooling over and we're hoping to Christ to get soon. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I hope I'm wrong. One of those instances where I'm just like, please let me be wrong. Let me know what you think, though. Let's see what we got right here. There's the misses right there. Thanks to Cody, we've watched a lot of great flicks we never would have even heard of. And like I told him, babe, 100%. I can't even think of all the money that I probably spent just on his recommendations alone, and not to mention the fucking boxes that you have picked up from the post office. Just filled with some of the greatest stuff. I'll definitely let him see that comment whenever he comes right back in here. Challenger 5150, please let it be Army of Darkness. Absolutely, brother. Please let that shit be Army of Darkness. That is one film right there. Of course, we already own 9 different releases of, probably even more than that, but you know damn well it hits 4K UHD no matter what bundle they put that in. They got an exclusive NECA for that bitch. At this point, you don't even care about those fucking enamel pin set. If it's Army of Darkness related, I'll buy the big bundle. And I'm sure they're going to do something big for it because they know there's a lot of fans for that. They still hold the rights for that. Fuck, Army of Darkness is not even in, which I'm sure you guys probably can't see it. It's on the top shelf over there. Even that nice big box set that we just got last year. Unfortunately, Army of Darkness is not in there due to the rights issues. Don't get me wrong, that's a great set to have if you don't have the 4K UHDs yet of that, especially if you don't have the Blu-rays, which for whatever reason you don't have them. That is a great set to have. And I will tell you, if it is Army of Darkness, the 4K UHD, it would be great just to even have an extra copy so you could just throw inside that box set right there so you'll have the whole complete run. That's all 3 seasons of Ash versus the Evil Dead inside that set. And all that good stuff. So let it please be Army of Darkness. 4K
Darkness,
UHD. Yeah, I'm hoping so. You saw that post as well. You heard about that information about Screen Factory doing their post today. They just posted like a little vague image of a little nice.
It's coming though, right?
Hmm?
It's coming. They didn't cancel it.
It says something big is coming. I'll pull it up right quick so you can see it for yourself because I know you are not the biggest social media whore. I will pull it up for you, brother.
Yeah, because I just sold the Steelbook for $75.
I'm trying to hold this up to the best of my ability, but you'll see it right. Come on, focus, camera. But it says something big is coming, and it's got that image right there. You see the moon in the background. Very nice scene, right? Definitely a nighttime scene, and it looks like something that would probably be when Ash goes to retrieve the Necronomicon from the 3 stands, and he has to say the magic words to get it off of there.
He fucks it up.
Fucks it up completely. God, I sound like such a nerd just ripping through that just right now. Jesus Christ! But we all know that fucking scene. Please let that be it, though. Guys,
this is why we're all here.
Exactly.
Geek out about this shit.
We got a lot. There's a lot of people in here watching. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think it's going to be. Cody, I got to go back to this comment because you got to see this right here. This is from the missus just a minute ago. Thanks to Cody, we've watched a lot of great flicks we never would have ever even heard of. So kudos to you, brother. 100%. You're the man. Fucking endless brain of movie knowledge is what I always describe you as. Let's see what we got. Anthony's Horror and More. Hey, you ain't steered me wrong yet. Not at all, man. You know, there's like, let's say, even though like 5 Easy Pieces, I'll admit that was a little slow for me, but I appreciate it for what it was. It was nice to see Jack Nicholson do that role that he did. That's for sure. I would say, but at all the films that we watched in the past 2 years, that was probably like the slowest film that I ever seen you recommend. And I'm trying to think of the Jeff Bridges and Robin Williams film that we just watched a couple months ago. Fisher King, yep. That was a little slow for me too, I'll admit, and I didn't know nothing about that film, and I was kind of surprised.
Watch it again.
I will. Look, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying for me, the momentum, the pacing, is a little bit slow for what you usually recommend. But the acting with Robin Williams and Jeff Bridges,
that's crazy. Because I don't believe that's a slow movie at all.
Gotcha.
It's constantly moving forward.
Basically evolving.
Constantly propelling. Always moving towards something. And Jeff Bridges and Robin Williams in that movie are just fucking fantastic.
I'll give it to you. Absolutely, man. To see Robin Williams play that role too, where he's he's a fucking homeless guy, man. We're seeing him like at the rock bottom stage of his life. And Jeff Bridges is trying to slowly pull him from that, that place to be like, hey, fucking find the girl, find the courage to ask her and go on a date and blah, blah, blah. It was absolutely entertaining to watch it. But like I said, just for me, it's different perspective. That's all it is.
Yeah. I got you.
Anthony's Horror More. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. As always, I think we'll be getting either the Nightmare box set, which I told you guys not to say that. No, I didn't say it. It's definitely it's a possibility. I just don't see it happening anytime soon with New Line Cinema and Bob Shaye's fucking greedy ass with not letting that go. Guys, I'm sure you all know the story that Bob Shaye and Wes Craven, even for that first Night on Elm Street, those guys did not get along worth a shit. There was bad business written all over the faces of those two. Even until Wes Craven's on his deathbed, they never settled their differences, unfortunately. It's what it is, though. Or the next 5 Halloween movies on 4K. I can't be the only one that wants Halloween 6 on 4K with the producer's cut included. Well, the producer's cut was included on that big 15 disc set that, that thing it was going for crazy money before they did the 4Ks of the first 5 right there. And, hey, if they do release, the next 5 of them, I'm sure everybody will buy those up just like they bought the first 5.
I can definitely almost assure you that they're going to release the rest of the Halloween films. But not only that, probably do an entire box set of all of them.
Gotta go.
So they're going to re-release these movies all in a giant set. I'm going to be like, fuck, I kind of want that, but I hate half of the movies.
Exactly.
I'm sure it's going to have some killer artwork, though. I might just buy it for the posters.
There you go. And Devin Whitehead and Joel Robinson, if they're given the chance to do that, damn well they're going to do it. They're going to do it some justice.
Yeah. Alan's going to have to buy another custom-made box set for those.
You know it. And he will, too. He'll seek that bitch out, man. It don't matter.
Oh, yeah, and I hope he makes a video showcasing all that, because it's amazing.
Amazing. It's sexy, man. Like,
it's great work.
When he did that video, man, showing that custom box, I saw how many views he was getting, and everybody in the comment section was like, wait a minute, like, where'd you get that from? Did that come from Screen Factory, blah, blah, blah? And I was just like, boy, he done started some shit now.
Yeah, that guy is probably like, holy shit. He probably woke up the next morning, had like 50 orders, and was like, what the fuck?
Pop even told me that after he kind of gave a hint of where he got it from. Like, the guy got so many messages, he just fucking deleted his accounts and was like, I'm not dealing with y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that is definitely
the supply cannot meet the demand.
That is definitely a very sexy box though that he got for that thing. Is a custom or not, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, great grab, Alan.
Look at this guy right here with this shit right here. Challenger 5150. There you go. Klato Verta necktie.
I think I said it right. Cheeky fuck.
That is the greatest shit ever. All right, man. We're caught up on the comment section. We're flowing through here. All right, guys. All right, Cody. If you don't mind, I'm gonna dip into it, man. Show you a lot of
Of course,
love,
man. This is your stream. I'm just living in it.
Man. Hey, like I said, definitely, man. It's not a kissing ass segment or nothing like that. It's just full on appreciation, man. Because I would have not watched any of this shit unless it was like, hey, you put it in the box, or you was like, yo, instead of buying all this bullshit you're buying, go buy these. So,
yeah, but for anyone who's watching, these are great recommendations.
I haven't even showed them yet, but you're like, yeah, I pretty much know what he's got, probably. All right, man. I remember hitting you up while I was in FYE. I couldn't believe I found this on DVD. It wasn't really hard to find on eBay. I just found it for a great price while I was in FYE, and you'd recommended it for like 2 or 3 months. That's none other than Man Bites Dog right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a Blu-ray release to my knowledge. They do have a DVD, which you can still find on eBay for a really good price. That film right there fucking took me by surprise when we watched this shit. I was like, wow, where's that movie been all my life?
Yeah.
You want to fill me in right quick? How'd you stumble across that?
Book Off. It was right after I got Seven Samurai. I didn't really know about the Barnes & Noble sales yet, so I would go back into Book Off looking for more Criterions. And as soon as I saw that cover, I was like, going up to the cash register, pulling out my wallet, took it home, watched it.
One of those things.
It's a great movie.
Alone. Just the cover alone.
Just off the cover alone. I mean, it's a guy shooting a.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they can make
it goes without saying
a baby pacifier.
A little pacifier, yeah.
But man, I'm telling you that movie right there has that gritty feel to it as well. It's like one of those films after you watch it, you kind of feel like you're wearing some of the residue of that film on your clothes and on your body. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna scrub some of this off for a second. Film that has a lot of.
It's almost made like a mockumentary or like a, basically a mockumentary style, almost like what's that one movie from Scream Factory that they did where they follow the serial killer?
Oh, I Am Not a Serial Killer.
No. he's like, I don't know how these people can just keep running, and you have to act like you're just walking really slow.
Shit, I'm trying to think, man.
Bitch. Oh my God, what movie is that? It's like these guys make it look really easy. Fuck, what movie is that?
Oh, there it is, right there. 4K lowdown, right there. Behind the Mask.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking out a little bit.
Right on 4K lowdown. He was on the spot with that shit too. That's a great flick too, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so if you guys like that movie, you'll definitely like Man Bites Dog.
Yeah, that's definitely a great flick right there. Like I said, I never watched that unless you would have pressed me on it.
I remember when Tarantino and Steve Buscemi went to Cannes and they saw that movie. They fucking loved it. And then they're like, half the audience walked out.
Damn.
I think it was like almost just like Tarantino and Steve Buscemi in the back just having a ball with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great fucking movie, man. You can't go wrong.
Absolutely. Anybody who's interested, definitely check that out. You can get it on eBay still for a really good price. Last time I looked, I think it was like $13-15 somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's like $15. More.
Definitely do yourself a favor and grab it. And don't think just because it's a DVD that it looks awful. Criterion does a great job with their DVDs as well as their Blu-rays. So, hey.
There's a lot of movies, even to this day, that are just stuck on DVD that I don't even know if they'll ever get a Blu-ray release. But people shouldn't be like, oh, it doesn't have a Blu-ray. I mean, if you just like to collect, premium editions of movies that you love, cool. But definitely don't miss out on that movie. Go stream it, do whatever.
Absolutely. All right, man, I'm going to hold up one right here that you probably definitely don't expect me to hold up, but watched it 4 times now since I got it. And I literally just got it in November. Not the biggest Wes Anderson fan, and you already know exactly what I'm going to hold up now. But, man, this shit right here was just gold to me. It was worth every bit of that $20 I spent for this flick during that 50% off. That is none other than the Grand Budapest Hotel. That shit right there is absolute gold to me. I could put this in at any moment or catch it while it's on, whatever. I'll sit there and watch the rest of it and want to go back to the beginning to see what I missed of it, even though I've already seen it fucking 4 times.
Yeah.
Great flick right there. I told you this story. You would give me the David Cronenberg suggestions when I was diving into my Cronenberg library for the Criterion. I went to Barnes & Noble. The guy I was trying to get to help me because they had fucking nothing on the shelves. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, do y'all got some shit behind the counter or whatever? And he was like, why are you wanting to buy scanners? Why are you wanting to buy Naked Lunch? Buy the Grand Budapest Hotel instead. I'm like, you fucking douchebag. I want some Cronenberg, man.
Yeah, you're looking back on that douchebag and you're like, oh, wait, that guy was fucking right.
Yeah, I kind of look back at it now and I'm like, holy shit, I should have just bought it just for the hell of it. And I'd have probably been
like, but, if he didn't just talk all that good shit on Cronenberg, you would have definitely taken his recommendation.
He did too, man. Like, he was fucking...
He just lost out on a sale.
Yeah, I mean, he broke it down to he being like, he's like Canadian, right? And I'm like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything? Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel. That's great. My wife still has not seen that in its entirety yet, even though I'm like, look, you gotta watch that movie. Like, it's she watched The Life Aquatic because I popped that in first.
Have you gone through the special features in that?
Yes.
Yeah, they're solid. I love them.
The book inside that, the Grand Budapest Hotel that comes with that Criterion release is absolutely amazing. Like, the book is worth $20 alone. Like, the fucking movie.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the book is definitely its own fucking force of nature, if I can say so. But I'll definitely get the missus though to watch it all the way through. I fucked up and I put in The Life Aquatic first, another Wes Anderson film, of course. Watched that first that night, and she was
that's my personal favorite.
Gotcha. I'm a big Bill Murray fan too. Owen Wilson, I'm sorry, that's kind of give or take with me. With Owen Wilson, he's not one of my.
I think he fits that role though.
He does. He definitely does. I'll give it to him. She was definitely kind of nodding in and off out of sleep out of that movie. And I knew it wasn't.
Wish you can breathe. Wish you can breathe.
Yeah,
I love that movie. I adore that movie so much.
Hey, I got it. Like I said, it's not leaving the collection. It's good enough for me to keep, that's for sure. But if I had to take my pick, man, for me personally, Grand Budapest Hotel, man. The story.
But you know what's funny about those movies is that they're both like father-son movies.
Mm-hmm.
They both have that family dynamic that I really appreciate.
Absolutely. Wes Anderson also did a film called The Royal Tenenbaumers as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing that back in the day. I remember just being like, this is a strange fucking movie. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like this before.
That's the only one I don't own from Criterion.
Gotcha. But it's probably on the
I haven't
list.
gotten around to it. I'll pick it up sooner
That's the spirit.
or later.
Here we go. One that I bought you a copy as well as for myself because you had already seen it, but I hadn't. This was like one of those things where I'm just late to the game as I always am. Watched this shit with the missus just a couple weeks ago, man. I'm still talking about this fucking movie to anybody who will listen to me, and that is none other than fucking Parasite. That movie right there, man. I'll be honest with you. I was on the
Bong
edge.
Joon-ho, man.
I was just on the edge of my
Bong
seat.
Joon-ho is a fantastic director. And speaking of bongs,
Get relaxed, man. Feel at home. But yeah, that was a great flick, man. I was literally like just wondering what the hell, like how low is this family gonna sink again? Like how far are they gonna really go to infiltrate this family to come out like with financial gain? In a style that's done, not like done like where they're just, I mean, just outright robbing these people. They're doing it very sophisticated, where they're like, okay, like we're taking. I mean, it is really shitty nature because they're literally purposely walking in, like the little kid getting the peach hair and shit, putting it in the vial and putting it on the maid.
yeah,
So she got an allergic reaction. They think she's sick. It's fucking.
there are so many satisfying setups and payoffs in that movie that you won't even be able to catch them all on 2 viewings.
Nice. I agree. 100%.
I love how the movie just starts off as something, and then halfway through just changes. It becomes a completely different movie, almost horror.
Absolutely. Try to read, making sure I'm not missing nothing there. Right there, look at there, Mister 4K lowdown right there, dude. Parasite all the way, man. I remember thinking automatically too. I remember when you recommended that, and I was like, well, man, like that's cool and everything, man. But that movie's got so much hype. Watch it be another fucking Babadook experience for me, and it definitely wasn't. It was like completely different. I was like,
That
man,
movie deserves all the praise it got.
absolutely, absolutely. And that fucking
Don't be
thing,
that guy on YouTube. Don't be that guy on YouTube. I forget who this guy was. He was like, fucking Parasite? Fucking South Korean movie getting nominated at the Oscars? What the fuck is this shit?
definitely had some hate. Yeah, I love the hell out of that release for anybody.
Oh, dude, that was a beautiful moment at the Oscar ceremony when Bong Joon-ho got up on stage and he was nominated with Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Martin Scorsese with The Irishman. And he got up there and he just had a heartfelt speech, just pouring his heart out to these guys. He's like, I can't believe I'm in the same room with these guys. I can't believe I'm getting nominated. And I actually won. I'm getting drunk till morning.
No shit, that's exactly what
I'm
he
like,
said.
you earned it, dude.
That's exactly what he
Made
said.
one hell of a movie. One hell of a movie. The first foreign movie to ever win Best Picture. That's something.
Now, has he done any other films beside this?
Yeah.
You know him offhand by any chance?
Memories of Murder.
Okay.
Of a Murder. Host. You ever seen that monster movie, Host?
I
That
have.
giant sea monster.
Yep.
That's him.
No doubt. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched Memories of Murder. I'm definitely gonna. I put that on my list for my.
Yeah, like him and Park Chan-wook. You know, Old Boy director.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like my 2 South Korea go-to directors.
Fuck yeah.
They're the
Yeah, man. That's a great release from Criterion. I love the design, the way they did the packaging as well.
Dude, yeah, that's very nice. I love the aesthetic to it.
I couldn't praise that film anymore. And I know probably there's a couple people probably watching right now being like, dude, like you're holding up a brand new fucking movie, man. Come on, like what happened to like holding up
Who's saying that?
Like, I'm sure there is.
Let us know in the comments. If you are that person, let us know.
We're gonna do fucking call them out.
We're gonna blacklist your ass.
There you go, right there with the 4K lowdown right there. The Host was badass. I'm definitely gonna revisit that. That has been way too far along. I don't remember jack shit about that movie. I definitely watched it. But yeah.
And anyone who's watching, don't get confused with the webcam movie, The Host, because that movie, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was just checking, make sure everything's going smooth with the sound and look.
Yeah.
Just making sure everything's going good, man. So don't even sweat it.
Yeah. If it sounds bad, let us know.
Man, I'm telling you, I pulled out some titles, man. That most people are going to be like, dude, like, damn, like, you watch that shit? But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, they're showing it for a reason.
Next up, man, this was one that was definitely high on that list last November that you had on there for the Criterion sale. Man, I'm telling you, I even got my kids to watch this movie, and of course, to them, it wasn't impactful to them like it was me. But this is 100% a horror film, even though the cover of this film can be a little misleading. I think this is Robert Mitchum at his fucking finest, and you already know what film I'm about to hold up. That is none other than The Night of the Hunter right there. That is 100% a great flick. That was the first time watch for me. This movie's old as shit. It's like 1955, black and white. I had no idea what I was about to go into. I watched this shit. This was the first thing I pulled out of the box just by randomness when I got home from Barnes & Noble. Popped the cellophane off, put the disc in, and
mesmerizing.
10, 15 minutes in this movie, you couldn't have paid me enough money to not look at the screen to see what was going to happen. The scenes where he finally makes his way into this family to find out where the money is buried, and he's using that little girl to manipulate
disturbing,
her.
creepy,
It is
uncomfortable,
cringe all the way through that. You can't.
Yeah, it makes your skin crawl.
You just hope that his demise is going to be such a great payoff in the end, and I'll say they've done it.
You were just rooting for those kids the entire time.
But yeah, Night of the Hunter, man, that was a great release. Usually, like the $40 titles at Barnes and Noble, they're cut down to 50% off, which they're usually like $20. This one though, since it's a 2-disc set, it actually had a retail price for $50, so it was cut down to $25. And I'll tell you right now, knowing what I know now, Barnes and Noble didn't even have a sale, and this was the only release of it. Which Arrow Films also put this Academy, Arrow Academy.
Yeah, Arrow Academy. Yeah.
If this was the only release of it, this would be one that I wouldn't mind paying the fucking $50 price on. I can tell you that. This is one of my favorite films right there, hands down.
That one has that $25 price point on it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think just because it's a 2-disc set, not to mention the features are loaded on this thing.
Yeah, that's probably why. Maybe some of the licensing for some of the special features may have cost a bit more, so they're just trying to get some of their profit back. Fuck it, it's worth it.
Here you go, right here. Look at this 4K lowdown. I am not that person. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was
you're welcome. You're welcome in my house.
Absolutely. That was awesome of you there to have this one sitting on the recommendation list right there. You fucking knew exactly what I was wanting, and that delivered 100%.
I was like, let me dissect this guy's brain and see what really makes him tick. All right, that's definitely going to be a title that he's going to like.
But I was watching so many reviews of this because, of course, I was all hung up in it. After I watched it, I was just mesmerized. I was like, let me see what other people think about this movie. Like, watch this thing not even be like one of those recognized films. The reviews I saw on this film was completely full of shit, and I was like, if you can't say that that's a horror film, there's something wrong with your movie watching capability.
What do you mean by that?
The fact is that not only is the subject of the victims is 2 little kids, which is already taboo. Like, you don't fuck with kids, right?
Yeah,
the way doing it, like, it's pure manipulation. We're going down in this basement.
It's a predator. It's a predator movie.
Exactly. That's horrifying to me, man. Like,
yeah,
prison.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, let's say, I don't know, man. Any film that's going to take place, like, even though we know it's drama, heavily laced with drama, like a prison film. I'm sorry, but I can watch a prison movie. Those fucking things.
Prison movie, a war movie. That's horror. That's the true horrors of life.
I'm sure you recall it, but there's this infamous scene in this film. The 2 kids are hiding out in this loft in this barn where they usually stack the hay on the top to dry out for the season. And there's the moon coming up in the background, and Robert Mitchum's on that horse, and he's coming by, and he's doing that whistling scene. Dude, that shit fucking just, oh god, man, it raised the hair up on the back of the neck, and I was like, holy.
I get chills thinking about it.
Yep. It's executed so well, man. It just makes you go, holy shit, man. Like, he's gonna do something awful to these fucking kids, man. Like, it's just,
it doesn't even matter if he gets what he's after. Nothing good is going to come out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, but
those kids.
It's like that thing where he's got one thing on his mind, and it doesn't even matter if a young kid is standing in front of him that's going to stop him to get to what he's wanting. Like, he'll just fucking murder him. It doesn't matter. He's just evil as shit. I mean, if you remember, think about the fucking tattoos he has on his knuckles. I mean, it says it all.
Says a lot about his character, yeah. How he can be a man of God and have like almost a fake persona, but have make him.
It goes to show you
thinking that movie is really.
I know.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't want to give anything away. I'm just going to say, go watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go watch it.
Not to mention, man, like you just said, like how he's playing this like this really really Christian type. With these morals that's just like crazy. Like, he's just selling it so well, and just goes to make you think, like, fuck, man, like, fake people they can sell that shit really good as long as they practice manipulation really good. So it makes you think.
If I'm not wrong, Yeah, the only film Charles Lofton ever directed. Fuck.
Now
That
was
sucks.
that was adapted from a novel, right?
I believe so.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't mind reading the book as well.
I mean, everything's adapted from novellas, you know.
Well, I mean, look at some of the screenplays we get, though, man. Like some of that stuff is not from a novel. I mean, some of the best screenwriters can put a screenplay together like that. So, got some great talent though in the world. But man, that one right there, kudos to you for that one right there. That's fucking. I mean, these are no in specific order. If I had to, though, this would be right there at the top for it. So, it is what it is. All right, man. So here's one right here. You're gonna be like, holy shit, you put that up. We only watched it once, and you actually had to bail while we were watching this for the first time. But you recommended this one though. Yeah, man, definitely rebellious teenager youth gone wrong in Paris. I would definitely say, and it ends fucking so drastically. It's just you can't help but fucking feel sorry for the person who got tangled up in this shit in the end. But that is no other than Lahan. That shit right there. Lahane, I'm sorry. I tried. I really did try.
The hate.
It's not even really that old of a film. I know Criterion releases a lot of 50s, 60s, and 70s stuff, but this is 1995, black and white, 97 minutes. This is a French film. You got to watch the subtitles on it, of course, and a lot of people don't care about that, but this is subtitled. I mean, you have to have them.
Oh, no, dude. That movie is just, it has such a good energy to it. The music's rad. The characters are dope. You're going to forget it's even black and white or in subtitles.
Exactly.
It's that good.
It is, man. It took me by surprise. Like, I had no idea what we were getting into, and you were like, hey, let's pop it in. Like, make a choice. We got to pick between this one and that one. I think I went with this one right here, and you're like, dude, like, that's the fucking pick. Let's go for it. I think you had something come up, and you had to bail on me about, it's like 15 minutes before it ended. But, yeah, man, I rode that train out, though, man. Just the end. Not going to spoil, but the ending to this is just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, fuck, you can't help but just feel like
it's dramatic.
A lot of sorrow for the guy who got tangled up in this shit because you knew when.
No, it's all of them, man. All those kids in the slums during the riots during that time, yeah, not cool.
Yeah, it's fucking sad, man. But then again, you knew though where this was going. As soon as they go down to that the underground railroad station, and he's got that revolver hidden in that box, you're like, fuck, this is gonna go bad so quick.
There are so many good scenes in that movie.
This is definitely worth a rewatch right here for me, man. Like I watched it that one time.
All of these movies are going to be worth rewatching dozens of times.
Yeah, man. Lahane, not Lahan, Lahane.
So, that's how I say it.
Yeah, man.
That's how I see it.
That was a great watch. Let me catch up on right here because I don't want to leave nobody behind right here. We went through that post. Got one right here again from 4K Lowdown right there. Reminds me of the convenience store scene in No Country for Old Men. Gave me chills. I was describing the scene for.
I mean, it's like Night of the Hunter. You know, he's after something. It's like it follows. It's just he's never gonna stop. He's just gonna keep following you to the end of the earth.
That's a good fucking comparison too, man. Because I mean, holy shit, that scene alone in No Country for Old Men right there. Holy shit, man. I love the fact that they also added that he had crumpled up the peanut wrapper when he put it on the counter and it slowly unravels. Like it's basically like a euphemism for his mind just being so evil as it is. Doesn't give a fuck. His brain's just spiraling out of control. And it's like, I'm gonna flip a coin. It's life or death, bitch. That's it.
Yeah. He's got a job and he's gonna accomplish that job.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we are such nerds, man. But I love it. I love it. Oh man. I don't think I stressed out enough, but I will move on. But anybody who hasn't seen that flick and you're okay with watching films, that's not here in America, made in here in America, French films, go for that. I mean, $20 well spent right there. Wait for that Barnes and Noble sale, or another flash sale if you got to wait a little further down the line. Give that a spin.
Yeah, either always wait for the sale, or just go through Amazon. They have them cheap. But if you don't want to support Amazon, just wait for the Barnes and Noble sales in July and November.
You know your shit, man. You know your shit. Oh boy, I'll spend all day on this one, so we're gonna have to go through this one pretty quick because this one right here, this would have probably been like number one right there with Night of the Hunter on my list. This shit right here.
All these are number one.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would never watch none of this shit, and this is one you definitely did put in the box. I mean, in that huge fucking box of Criterions that you sent me. And man, when we got this film right here, man, you caught me off guard that night, man. Like my guard was completely let down. We were having a few cocktails, shooting the shit. And just laughing it up, texting back and forth, and you was like, let's put in this film and let's watch it. And then like it turned out to be one of the most serious fucking films I've ever seen in my life. That is none other than Come and See right there.
Yep.
Whew. Man. I'm not even gonna fucking bullshit you.
Where do we begin?
I'll admit this. I'm a fucking 38-year-old grown man, like 250 pounds. My ass was sitting on that couch in that living room, and my eyes watered up about 3 or 4 fucking times during this movie. I was like, oh my God, man. Like, I don't know if I can take much more of this. It's great. It's not bad. It's just emotionally, I'm a fucking wreck at this point.
It's unlike any other war film I've ever seen.
Absolutely. You had told me a story too about trying to watch this with your girlfriend, and of course, being from the family that she's from at that time and everything. This was pretty much a really hard watch for her as well, right?
Yeah, she doesn't like. God damn it! Why did you have to bring that up?
I'm sorry. It's just
You're good.
It was a personal
You're good.
memory.
But yeah, she was like not about war movies, and especially for what she experienced growing up as a kid. That would have hit way too close to home for her. And I know how raw and real that movie is. It would have brought her to tears. So I didn't even bother.
Gotcha. And hey, if there was
if you guys, you cinephiles are out there, really want to test your manlyhood, go watch that movie. I guarantee you, it will make you fucking tear up, or you don't have a heart.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said that no better. If you can watch this flick right here and it doesn't tackle your emotions in no fucking way, you're a stone cold fucking killer.
Yeah.
The selling point, I would say,
get that guy on the FBI watch list.
Exactly. Put his picture in every fucking post office across America.
Oh, we got him now.
Got him. Tell me, would you agree with this? If I was to say there's a huge selling point for this film, not only just being a monumental, great film, the way it's shot, everything, cinematography, actors, you name it. Would you say that a great selling point is the fact that they actually used real live ammunition for the making of this fucking film, and not to mention the characters?
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
The actors were put in so much fucking danger on set by trying to get those great shots at this director.
Yeah, or even when they're in the woods and you see all the bombs going off and trees are falling. They're deforesting an entire a tree line of forest right in front of these actors in camera, and it's all fucking real.
I'm telling you, that's the greatest selling point of this. If anybody wanted to watch a film where it's not just fake CGI shit stacked on top of
no, you think Saving Private Ryan's hard? No, it makes Saving Private Ryan look like I don't know, fuck.
A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me why that came up.
That movie has really it's very unconventional in the way it's structured and presented and the way they tell the story. It's entirely its own beast.
Yep.
And it stands on its own.
Reading through the booklet, of course, looking through the special features. Of course, the main actor.
That's one of my favorite booklets, by the way, in that book or in that release.
I agree. There's so much information.
And the special features, there's not many, but they're all just gold.
100%. The main actor too, the child actor that's in here. There was so much shit going on the set with this guy. We're talking about a kid here. His nerves was just fucking fried. They actually had a psychiatrist on the set to get him through his days. This kid has some mental fucking breakdowns in this movie, and the makeup that they do with him as he just progressively takes on these nervous breakdowns.
Show off that cover. By the beginning of the movie, he looks like a little boy, and by the end, he looks like that, an old, beaten, worn out man.
Yep. Just the trials and tribulations of war, he wears it all over his face. So kudos to the director and the makeup artist who was like, hey.
And who's the kid actor in that movie again?
Oh, shit, man. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, man. Elam Kilmov, I believe. No, that's the director. I'm sorry. Elam Kilmov is the director.
Alexei Kravchenko.
There you go.
Yeah, Alexei Kravchenko. Yeah. Floa. Yeah. I can't believe this is the only film by Emma Klimov.
Matt chimed in right quick on text right quick, and he said, what year is that from, Matt? It is from 1985. 142 minutes. This is color, of course. It is a Russian and German film with English subtitles. I did pop it in while you were here, but me and you were pretty much tapping out a keg that night that you were here, and I popped this in. I tried to get him at a
That wasn't gonna
moment.
happen.
And I even sent you a picture of that keg, and I was like, brother, we about to tap this keg out. Like, I'm putting this on for him right now. And you're like, Jesus, dude, don't do that to him, man. Like, not right now. And I was like, fuck that. I'm doing it.
That is not the right time.
It's one of those moments. I had to grab him because I knew I had to get him at a vulnerable moment to watch this so it could have that much more impact. But man, we were so like far down in that keg. I think we both like turned it on, got 45 minutes into it, and was just like, oh God, I'm so drunk.
This is hard.
He's a trooper, man. He is a trooper. 100%.
I mean, your friend comes down, you guys are getting drunk, sharing a keg. Do you really want to spend that watching a depressing war movie?
Look, in actuality, that sounds like a really bad call on my part, but keep in mind, I wanted to get him at that most vulnerable moment where it was like, okay, you're having fun right now. You're feeling great.
Shot in.
3 to the wind. I'm going to take you right now. I'm going to put you right down to the bottom of the fucking earth.
What a great friend.
I know, right? But I wanted to share that experience. I mean, just like you shared
it. Of course.
I had to share it.
That just means the movie impacted you a lot. That's cool.
100%. Like I said, man, you're talking to a grown-ass man here. I was sitting on that fucking couch. These eyeballs right here, man. I was like, the wife is sitting over there in the corner, and I'm like trying to do this shit right here inconspicuously. I'm like, don't let her catch you crying. This is not a fucking manly thing to do.
Let me ask, did she catch you?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. She was,
yeah.
It's especially with war films too.
You're always trying to like. That's what happens to me when I'm in a theater and I start to cry. I'm like, oh, I just got an itchy eye.
Yeah, my sinuses, man.
It's running down my face.
But kudos to you, man. I couldn't think of another film that really just fucking. Oh, the heartstrings are severed. It's just they pulled on them so much that they ripped out, and it's like, oh God. It's something, man. The final frame of that scene, the final scene with those last couple frames too, where we got the picture of Hitler on the ground in the mud. That shit.
Don't
right
say
there.
anything.
Oh man, fucking A, man. Whew. It's hard even thinking about. Man, that poor kid. Fuck, man. Those poor people in that fucking barn they locked in too, man. You think Schindler's List has got something bad to offer? Fuck that. Fuck that movie. Go for Come and See, man. You're gonna see just humanity.
Another war movie I would highly recommend in the Criterion Collection is Stanley Kubrick's Paths of Glory.
Got it.
That movie is just as hard. Oh, yeah.
Definitely going to watch it. I haven't watched it because I'm saving it for you.
That movie will make you mad.
It's Michael Douglas, right?
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas, my bad. Get them mixed
up. I know, they all look the same.
Thank God we're not talking about a Pacific race right now because, whoo, that'd have been bad. Anyway, we're talking about the Douglas family. But yeah, definitely going to save that for you right there. That was high on your list as well. Got it is sitting back there just waiting on you to pull the trigger on that. For all I know, that could have been right here in this stack right here beside me. Let's see, Hall & Oates right here. I saw Come and See a long time ago. Now I want to rewatch it. Absolutely. Hall & Oates, if you want to do a watch along, all you got to do is reach out, man, on Discord. We'll be more than happy.
I'll watch that movie anytime.
Absolutely. Just reach out.
It's a very depressing movie, but it's very, very rewatchable.
I will definitely say too, like, it's a great film and everything, but man, I'll be honest with you, as far as saying I could pop that movie anytime I watch it, I'd be lying because man, like I know what I'm going to go through watching that movie. And it's going to be, I probably want to be alone in the house with nobody here because I don't want somebody to like, I don't want my kids or wife to be sitting there staring at me the whole time while I'm watching this flick, being like, he's fucking crying again.
What a pussy.
Look what I married. Look at this sad excuse of a bitch I married.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we could probably go on about this fucking movie for the next couple hours, but we got to go past this at some point. Definitely Hall & Oates, if you want to, definitely want to rewatch that, man, you want to have some company with you, man, reach out, brother. We will definitely watch it with you. Oh, Hall & Oates, let me know too. How long has it been since you actually seen Come and See? Was that something that you saw like, maybe late 90s or something and just haven't re-experienced it again in a while? Because that'll be a brand new watch for you if it's been that long.
No, the new restoration. It's like watching it for the first time. So
that scene too, man, where the bombs has already done went off, the trees are falling, and his fucking hearing goes out. If you got a great surround sound setup,
yeah, great sound design.
The ringing in that kid's ears that you're hearing, it feels fucking real. It feels like you're disoriented yourself while watching that scene take place. Like he is shell shock to the fucking high 3. Great impact right there, man, for sure. Here we go right here. Brad, I picked up Come and See. Got to check it out soon. I'm sure I'll cry all night. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Who knows? We're saying though, for if you got a fucking heart whatsoever, it's hard for that film not to have an impact. I did just.
It's gonna hit you, Brad. It's gonna.
I talked
Trust
to Brad.
me. Trust us. We're your friends. We know what's best for you. Watch Come and See.
That just. Oh man, that sounds like just bad all over it too. But yeah, I did convince Brad and Pop both to pick that up during the Criterion. I think Pop got it during the Criterion Flash sale. He got Lady Snowblood as well in there, which I was like, fuck, dude, like you got some killer stuff, man. Like that's 2 movies right there in that case, man. So
that's my girl.
There you go. You got 4 movies instead of 3, which is both those films are fucking. Oh man, Lady Snowblood, come on, can't go wrong with that shit, man. That's great cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, if you love Kill Bill, you're gonna eat that shit up.
Absolutely. Love Song of Vengeance, man. Don't let that one slip by neither. Everybody watches the first one and says fuck the second one. No. Love Song of Vengeance is fucking flawless, man. Oh man, I try to get my wife to watch those, man, and she was just like, she was tired as fuck if she got off of work, and she was like, I gotta read subtitles. She's over past now. She's like, the blood spray is fucking great, like it's hands down phenomenal. I'm like, where do you think?
Does she even like? Does she even care for Japanese Chibara samurai sword movies?
As far as the samurai films, I think she's one of those that has to be in that particular mood to really enjoy it. If she's like sitting there kind of tired after a stressful day or something,
yeah, I know that feeling.
She's gonna be the person who wants to unwind with shit like Parasite and stuff like that. So I do love the aspect, especially since meeting you, I've been diving into international films because that's something brand new to me the past 2 years. Like usually it's all American-made cheesy horror films from the '80s for the majority of my collection. And now it's like, holy shit, man! Like the boxes either.
Hey, I'm not saying that's bad either.
Hey, absolutely, but I would definitely say this in my perspective of it though, is the past 2 years like the first time I've really dug into international films that wasn't something that was popular. I didn't hear of, but they just Parasite's one of those things that's it got the hype blew up out of the water, but I never heard of Come and See. I never heard of Lahane or nothing like that. So. Those are like those experiences of taking this international plunge to somewhere I've never been before.
I actually think you watched Parasite at the right time.
Why you say that?
Let it come out. All the hype and bullshit dwindles down. You go in with realistic expectations. No bullshit. Not everyone telling you like this is the best movie ever made or blah blah blah. And you just took it at face value. I think that was probably the best time you could have watched it. Because if you saw it in the theater when it first got released, you probably would have been like, at that time, you probably would have been like, I don't know. Who knows?
Yep. You know me, though.
Or you could have been like, that movie was fucking amazing.
You know me, though. I'm always late to the game. The rest of the fellas have already done went out to the theater and seen X. I'm literally going Wednesday a couple hours before the live stream starts just so
I'm doing the same exact thing.
Like, damn, man. I'll wait till the
As soon as they said, oh, we're having a live stream on X, spoilers, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to go see it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I can't wait to see it, man. Fucking that's Ty West, man. Come on, House of the Devil. Come on, man. Fuck.
You know what's funny? I don't care for that movie.
Well, what about the Western he made? Did you care for that one?
What, The Innkeepers or?
No. He made a Western right after he made The House of the Devil. I forgot the title of it. It was one of those things where I did not expect to see that in his filmography as I was going over because I'm digging up information to do that live stream. I want to walk in knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, of course. But it is on Vudu, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to watch that. It's going to be fresh on the mind, so I can bring that up as well before we go into X. So yeah, man, I'll definitely hit you up and everything. But he definitely
watch me be the only person who doesn't like X.
I don't know, man.
I'm sure I'll dig it, dude. It looks very, very promising.
Dude, out of all the garbage that we have seen pumped through these fucking theaters, man, the last couple of years, that's just been garbage, and they're getting so much recognition.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is a director.
The most cookie cutter, generic, feel good. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with this Disney shit.
There you go.
I just hate it. I want something new and different. I want them to take risks, be creative. Hollywood is just creatively bankrupt.
So there you go, right there. I think we covered Come and See so well that Mr. Matthew decided to go ahead and order it on Amazon right there. He just sent me a screenshot of his order. So hey,
let's move on.
We did a justice tonight. So Yeah, we'll definitely let me go right here. Definitely
Let's
if
pick
you
up the
want to, like
pace.
I said, Brad, you'll definitely love the hell out of that flick, man. It's fucking awesome. Challenger 5150. Got to rewatch that one. Don't remember shit about it. We were I mean ass deep in a fucking keg that night, so it is what it is. Just so just to kind of clarify that because not alcoholics here by no means, but we both spend so much money buying cases of beer and all that other stuff. It's just so much cheaper and it's so much convenient to get a fucking keg, set it in the living room in a big ass bucket full of ice, and just set it beside the couch and just keep
Not to
pumping it.
mention it's for a special occasion.
Exactly. He's like 3 hours away from me every time he makes the trip here. It's like, hey, we got to have a reason to celebrate. We'll find an
Yeah.
excuse. So
No half measures.
exactly, go full force with it too, man. Full force. Always, I mean, the memories are always hazy for those special weekends and stuff like that. But hey, the stuff I do actually remember of it, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm glad we did that. Let's see right here. The 4K Lowdown, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Literally just watched that with, got my youngest daughter to watch that because they read the book in school. And I will say, man, even for a film that's made for the perspective of an 8-year-old boy during that time, that timeline, I would definitely say, man, that movie is.
It makes it more devastating because it's from the perspective of an 8-year-old boy who doesn't know anything. He doesn't know any better.
That's
another movie. I think. Damn, I saw it on Netflix probably like 10 years ago. Try to look it up and see if it's still on there. That's a good one too.
Yep, definitely is. Yeah, I'd sit in the living room with my wife. My youngest daughter had just finished reading the book in school, and I was like, hey, that's an actual movie. Like, we'll watch that. Made a promise to her. I was like, let's keep that promise. Let's go watch that flick right there. It was good, man. I'm trying to think of what's her name. Was that Vera? She plays Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring, played in the Bates Hotel series.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to think of her name. Somebody in the chat will
as long as you say The Conjuring and Lorraine Warren, people are gonna immediately know what you're talking
about. I'm just waiting any second now for the comment section to pop her name up because I'm just.
I hope they do.
I'm just totally spacing it right now. Here we go. We'll go into this one right here. Hall & Oates right here. Look at that. As soon as I clicked it, I'll go right back. I promise. The 4K Lowdown right there. Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, 4K Lowdown is quick on it.
Yeah, he knows. He's fucking right there, firing on all cylinders. You're absolutely correct, sir. Just thank you for chiming in because I'd have never guessed that shit.
Yeah, sorry, man. I just got off like a long shift and I'm tired.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, we're cruising right along, man. This is going great. Hall & Oates right here, probably late 2000s was when I watched Come and See. Okay, probably late 2000s. So, hey, man, you still looking at over a decade right there. So it can definitely have a different experience on you, especially from where you was at that time to the person you are now. We all changed through time.
Especially if you have kids.
Exactly. That shit changed perspective on you really quick. Oh, let's see what we got right here. Here's the missus right here. Boy in the Striped Pajamas was such an awesome book. Great movie as well. I would like to know what everybody's thoughts is between the book and the movie. Which one is better? Because
I was going to say.
Everybody always agrees, like, hey, man, that fucking book is like 10 times better than that fucking piece of shit movie. So I wonder right now what everybody's thoughts is, especially with The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Which is better, you think, the book or the movie? Here we go right here, Dirk Hall. I knew he'd pop in here sooner or later right here. Thanks for all the support. He's here for every video, you name it, man. Like, it doesn't matter what time it is. He's always popping in. Hit me on YouTube. Oh, man, appreciate the support, man. What's happening, y'all, man? We're having fun. We're just breaking down some shit, kicking back, having fun. Of course, right there, he brought up the actual name right there. 4K Lowdown's on it. Brown Goes Blue right there. Make sure I didn't do that. Home Now. You guys look better on a 55-inch TV. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. The 4K Lowdown. Nice. Oh, the book for sure. See, I guarantee you, man. He knows it too, man. It's one of those things where the book is most of the time is always better than the movie right there. I'll definitely ask my daughter that because I didn't even think to ask her like, hey, which one did you like better, the book you just read or did you like the film? I wouldn't be surprised if she said the book because even to her, she said like I kind of was expecting a little bit more. Like the way that movie ended didn't kind of paint the picture all the way around. It didn't show it on screen, and I was like, wow.
She'll be saying the same thing about Salo.
I'm not gonna let my daughter watch that fucking movie.
Oh wait, no, I was talking about your wife.
No.
Yeah, don't ever let your daughter watch that.
I remember you convinced me to buy the Old Boy limited edition box set, And after the movie rolled, you was like, well, how do you feel, especially you being one that has like $2? I'm like, man, fuck you,
man. You have to get a lot for that room, man.
Oh man, dude, that movie's great, but the fucking subject matter, God, it goes to the darkest places I've ever seen, man. Whew, man. That's a great flick, though, man. Fuck, that's great. Dark Call right there. Come and see 85 film. Yeah, it is 85, right? Yeah, I said that. Yeah, 1985. Absolutely, Dirk. 100%. There's the misses right there. Definitely book. There's just so much that went on in the book that had to be taken out or rewritten. But they were both good. Even your daughter caught all the differences during the movie. I remember that too, because she was hollering about. She's like, "Wait a minute, that shit didn't happen in the book. The general's wife actually had an affair with one of the guardsmen and all that shit." And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, you definitely did pay attention to that fucking book. So,
kudos.
Yep. Dark Call right there. What's up, Cody? Good to see you on here, brother. Look at it, man. Got some love in here. Guys, please do take full advantage of going over to check out Cody's channel. He just fired that thing up and got that cylinder rolling over there on YouTube. Definitely go check him out. Give him some support. That's Cody Montana here on YouTube.
Just a rundown, just short bullshit videos that I do to make myself laugh. Don't take it too seriously at all. I have gaming vids and movie vids. That's about it.
Hey man, as long as you're having fun with it, that's all that matters, man.
That's what it's all about, man.
Look at the percentage of YouTubers we see getting into the game of trying to do it, and the only thing they're doing it for is like, I want some attention.
Let other people do the real good stuff. I'm just here to have fun.
Exactly. I want to drink a beer on camera, maybe let a fart out, and have a laugh or two.
Yeah, and go have a cigarette, which is what I'm going to do right now, Johnny.
Go ahead, man. Go for it, man. Go for it.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Dark Call right there with the next comment. Let's see what we got here. Rocking House shirt. Love that movie. Kind of felt like The Evil Dead stole some ideas from House. You know, as far as like saying stole, I mean, that's probably putting it out there a little bit, but I mean, come on, man. Definitely a lot of inspirations you can see, but you know, look at the films we saw probably in the past, like, 40, 50 years. Like they've all come from some inspiration from some form or another. Whether it's from another director with another movie, a show, music, just art in general. I mean, hey man, life. What is that? Great. Life imitates art. All that good stuff. Whatever that saying is. I ain't trying to get fucking Shakespeare on everybody up in here. I ain't had enough beers in me for that shit. The 4K Lowdown. Congrats on your channel at Cody. I started mine in January and I'm loving it. The 4K Lowdown. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hey, telling you right now, man. You want to fucking reach out, man, do a live stream, anything, man. Just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy, man. I'd love to have you on and everything. Shoot the shit. Any kind of topic you want to go over, new releases, boutique label individually, you name it. I'll be more than happy to do that with you, man. 100%. So that's why I do this. For just the clicks and the views and all that good stuff, and the networking and all that. But hey, I do this to meet out and reach people and have some fun with. But let's see what we got here, guys. Make sure I didn't skip over nobody because did have some issues before with that. Want to make sure I'm not forgetting nobody there. I'm scared to turn on my phone and look at the YouTube channel from that way because it probably will cost me some signal and I'll probably end up fucking up my own video. So guys, I definitely did. I just went back through that. I'm pretty sure I got everybody's comment right there read. I'm looking through it just to make sure. Guys, if I did by any chance make a horrible mistake by not and missing your comment, please just hit that comment section again. Let me know. Here we go, right here from the 4K Lowdown right there. I'm down for that, bro. Hey, that's fucking great to hear, man. Hey, if you want me to, hit me up in the comment section of this video when it's over or any of my other previous videos. I will be more than happy to drop you my email address. You can find me on Instagram at Johnny's Boutique Podcast. You can find me on Facebook as Johnny Walker. I'll be more than glad to give you my email address, and I'll give you my number that way so we can just text back and forth and get the information going right there. Get it going good. It's a Dirt Call right there, street trash shirt, Johnny. That thing right there is just, it fucking pops, man. Like, I couldn't run from the cops with this show at night, though. I'll tell you that.
You look like a watermelon.
What the fuck is that running through the woods? All right, man. I'm gonna dive right in and keep going, man, 'cause we're almost on the 2-hour part, man. Thank you so much, man, for sticking around, just bullshit and having fun. You having fun, man?
Yeah, dude, going on 2 hours. This is crazy.
Yeah, man. But you having fun? No nervousness, no nothing like that, uncomfortableness, anything like that?
You can hear the nervousness in my voice. I'm
Hey,
like,
man. Nah, brother, you're fine, man. You go, man. Put them nerves to bed, brother. You amongst friends here, man. Come on. All right,
thanks,
so
man. I feel very welcomed.
next set right here was one that you definitely put in the box right here. And you're going, I'm not going to know when I start talking about this. Never experienced films like this before in my life. This is my first venture into this type of cinema. And not only did this film come, this box didn't just come with one film in it. This bitch came with 6 films that are all fucking great. Even the very last one took me by surprise because I figured, okay, it's going to get probably the first, as strong as it started out, they're probably going to start going downhill. No. Them bitches just go up to greatness as it keeps going. That is none other than the box set from Criterion Collection, Lone Wolf and Cub right there. I have talked about this fucking set since me and you literally watched this entire set within a span of 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. White Heaven and Hell. That is, oh, Jesus Christ.
Those movies are the equivalent to crack cocaine.
I would definitely agree to that shit. I
You
never
get a
smoked
little
crack
taste,
before, but
and you just want more and more and more until it's all gone, and you're like, what do I do now?
where's my life at now? Where do I go from here? Yeah, man, these movies are like the best brew you ever sipped on, and all of a sudden the 6-pack is gone, the stores are closing, you can't get no more. It's like, fuck, where do you go from here? Like, you're just completely fucked.
Yeah.
6
true.
films and that though, man, that was holy shit, man. I remember being you just popping in the first one on Discord, and I'm like, please tell me you're not tired so we can go into the second when you're like, hey, pop it in, hey, fucking select it, let's go. I think we ran through the first 3 films in one night, did 2 films the next day, and we finally finished the very last one off like one day before I had to go to work or something. I'm like, I got 2 hours. Let's pop that shit in. I need this, man. Don't do this. But
I cannot wait for Alan to check those movies out.
He bought it too, man. He got it right from Amazon. I think he got it for a really good price too. And I told him, I was like, man, get ready for this set, man. Like, this is the artwork. I'll give it to you. It's absolutely amazing. But the contents of this box right here of what those films are, it's one of a kind. Like, I've never seen any kind of film like this before. And I'm not even a big fan of that genre.
Oh, the way they packaged the little poster of the baby cart too on the side of the spine.
Yep, they just hit a little trinket right there. So for anybody who has the
yeah,
and you don't know about it, you can flip the little flap right here open on the spine of it right there, and they got a little nice.
It'll never close. It'll never close the same way ever.
You can maneuver it. You can make the best of it, but it's the diagram of the cart.
Yeah,
put together,
like just the blueprint. It's amazing.
But yeah, that set right there was fucking amazing right there. I couldn't get enough of that. That's one of those things where I don't have to start all over from the beginning, but to get the perspective of the story, of course you want to do that. I could pop any one of these fucking movies at any time and just be like, just wait.
You haven't gone through the special features, or?
I did not, because we literally burned through those fucking 6 movies, man. Like I said,
that's the next thing you gotta do.
I definitely will, man.
Go through some of the commentary tracks too.
Did you get the book in from Arrow Video that you bought that they did for the Lone Wolf and Cub book?
I'll show it right now.
Yeah, let me see that.
In case anyone has an interest in it, it's right next to my Criterion copy. Ooh, right there. No, right here.
Oh, nice, man. How thick is that book? Can I see the side of it? Okay, Zuli, if you're watching, please get on arrowuk.com and please order me that book right there. I definitely need that for the collection.
It's 165 pages.
Nice, man.
Of greatness.
Oh, I still cannot wait to get that book, man.
And it's Tom Mess, so you can't go wrong.
Man, awesome. I remember when you sent me a screenshot of that, and I was like, wait a minute. Arrow
like
Video
him and Stephen Thrower, just, I can breathe. I can, yeah. They're amazing.
Absolutely. Fucking endless brains of knowledge right there, too.
Yeah, I can listen to them talk about movies all day long.
But I remember whenever you sent me the screenshot of that right there, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, wait a minute, why are they putting out a book? Because Criterion did the box set. Did the Arrow Video even do those movies? And I was like, fuck it, who cares? Like, I want that book. So, but yeah, Lone Wolf and Cub right there. Anybody who's interested in that right there, when that Barnes & Noble sale comes up for that 50% off, Jesus Christ, do yourself a favor. Go grab it. Check them out. Bring them for now if you want to before you spend that much money up front for a box set. Definitely go for it, though.
But if you're into blind buying and just being blown away by a movie, that's a very, very safe bet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Next one up, man, is one of the, not the first.
What number is this?
Let me go through it right quick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8 right here. So we'll blow through it really quick because I know I'm going way overboard here. This is one that you sent me right here. Of course, you knew this was my favorite film. I never had a chance to get the limited edition. You put it right in a box. Brand new is still. That's none of them. A limited edition set of Phenomena. Holy fuck, man. I could care less. I'm glad they released the 4K. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to this one right here, dude, fuck that 4K. Like, this set right here has it for me. Got fucking CD soundtracks in this bitch, man. Come on, man. Got a nice book in there, too.
Yeah.
CD soundtrack's not in that Arrow video release or that Synops release or whatever. So, all 3 cuts of the film, of course. Special features galore. There's not one commentary special feature I have not watched in this box. This bitch was 100%.
I've gone through that thing probably like 3 times.
So yeah, and like I said, man, I know everybody was like, "Wait a minute, dude! Like, you don't think the 4K of Phenomenal looks really good?" I'm like, "It does. It looks very great. It has some enhancements, but
It looks like 10% better."
Exactly. Arrow Video had already done such a great job on the restoration when they put this out because they done restored that film like 2 or 3 fucking different times.
It's gonna look as good as it's. I mean, no, it's gonna look as good as it's ever gonna look. To go any further is just like overkill, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Plus, we're all VHS kids, you know.
100%.
Take it for what it is. It looks phenomenal. It's Phenomena, my favorite Dario Argento movie.
100%, man. I agree.
The monkey, the chimpanzee, fucking kills it. Best duo ever. Donald Pleasance and the monkey. I fucking love it.
Every time I walk in here and I see that set on the shelf and I pull it off, I just sit there and I go, I can't believe I'm holding this in my fucking hands. Like, just if you only knew how long I wanted that fucking set, and I missed out on it, just like a complete asshole. But
that's why I got it for you, man.
Fucking hey, man. Great fucking flick. This is one of the first ones you ever sent me right here. Of course, I'd seen the movie before you'd sent this, but it wasn't until this where I really dug into the special features and everything it had to offer. There's none other than this beautiful steelbook from Synops, which is none other than Popcorn. Of course, I had the original release too before you sent this, but it was the first time I really dug into the disc for the special features. That fucking release right there. Come on, man. Synops has great releases, especially when it comes to those steelbooks. But I think when I watched this again, you had recommended that I definitely do a triple feature if I didn't want to do a double or want to expand it to a triple. You told me to give this one a spin with Demons 1 and Matinee, and that's exactly what I did. So that was a fun night right there.
Can't go wrong.
Here's one right here. You also sent me. This was, I believe, is this in the first package? I believe it was. It might have been with that Popcorn Steelbook. Can't go wrong with this fucking joy right here. One hell of a film that's super slept on, and nobody talks about this film. It seems like none other than King of New York right there. Christopher Walken, Lawrence Fishburne. Come on, man. That shit don't get no better than that right there. And man, I enjoyed the hell out of the special features on here as well, man. It's got a.
That's my favorite movie from Abel Ferrara for sure.
And the dude designs artwork on that steelbook. Holy shit. Fucking flawless, man. Love the hell out of that. Appreciate the hell out of that, man. Let me see. I got to catch up on them comments right quick because they are pouring in right there. Dirk Hall right there with the hells yeah. Dirk Hall, no worries, Cody. Everything's good, man. Let's see right here. The 4K lowdown. OFNA. Right. All right. Fuck yeah, man. Dirk Hall, what would be y'all's favorite ambiguous multiple? I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading that. Multiple interpretation film. Wow.
The Shining, because every time I watch it, I always come up with a new theory every time.
There you go.
As soon as I think I know where that movie is, I'm like, I got you. I just rewatch it, and I'm in a different mood or space, and I just come up with more shit every time I watch it.
Yep. I hate to rip on your I hate to rip on your pick, man, but I would definitely go that route too. Also, I've done that so many years with John Carpenter's The Thing. Jesus Christ, especially the ending. Come on, who hasn't sit there and just been like, or Pulp Fiction for that matter. What's in the fucking briefcase? I mean, we've all done that for so many years.
That's beside the point. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what's in the briefcase.
It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Or we don't have to.
It could be the whole it could be like Pandora's box. It doesn't matter.
Or what if Marcellus Wallace has the Band-Aid on the back of his neck? Is there a story to go along with that? What's in that briefcase? I mean,
yeah, because he cut his. No, he has a Band-Aid on his back of his neck because he cut himself shaving.
Certainly, even though that, yeah, yeah. Well, hey, it is what it is. But it's just fun. Hey,
why? What do you guys have? Like some theories about Pulp Fiction that I don't know about?
There was this no. There was this old theory that was back in the day that the briefcase actually, the contents of the briefcase was Marcellus Wallace's soul. And the reason why he had the Band-Aid on the back of his neck is because that was the portal that was used to take Marcellus Wallace's soul. I know this is fucking far-fetched.
That's
bro.
out there.
It's out there. It's
I like
especially
that,
for
though.
even a Tarantino film. I mean, you're throwing a lot of sci-fi and some shit in there to go along with that. But come on, man.
That was
That
never even intended.
That was a
by
really
the Tarantino himself. He's probably like, "What the fuck? What are these people smoking?"
100%. But I mean, come on, man.
It's like when you read all the Jordan Peele theories for Get Out. He's just like, "Yeah, sure. I don't know if that's how you want to interpret it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for."
Just go with it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just gonna throw as much shit out there as I possibly can to where it can be interpreted in a million different ways.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, good question, Dirk.
Yeah, absolutely. The 4K lowdown right there. Dirk does 2001 count. Does 2001 count? That's the first one I thought of. What were we talking about there? Dirk does
2001 count. 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh,
most
yeah.
Fucking definitely.
Yeah. Kubrick right there with that one too, man. Holy shit. It's crazy. I think I brought this up to Brian. I was listening to this interview with the band, the new metal band around the early 2000s, Mudvayne. They said they actually watched 2001 on repeat while they were recording LD50 the entire time in the studio.
I believe it.
You go back and listen to the album now, there's these little segments in between songs that sounds like very spacey and there's something going wrong, like abnormal. And it's like, yeah,
I like that.
I totally feel that now on that record. I just didn't know it then. But hey.
What was that again?
There's the band called Mudvayne. It was their very first record. It was called LD50. LD stands for lethal dose, and 50 is the milligram.
Almost reminds me of Alien too.
If you remember, Mudvayne had a huge song that they first broke out with, and it was called "Dig." They played it on MTV2 constantly. They had like clown paint on, fucking beers with like dreadlocks in them and shit. Early new metal stuff.
Pantera, hillbilly shit, or what?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hold up. Pantera ain't hillbilly, man. That's a fucking hard shit. The best album they've ever done, right there. Oh, that was fun. Here we go, right here. Dirk Hall, that Chimp Straight Blade scene is the shit. Absolutely. Come on. I mean,
you can't beat it.
Think of a better ending for a film. You can't, not when you compare it to that. That shit comes.
You don't even see it coming. It just happens, and you're like, I love it.
This is fucking.
Whoever knew, like, dude, monkeys make everything better.
Monkey Shines. Let's see.
Carnival. Was it Carnival Magic by Al Adamson? Yeah. When the chimpanzee's the best actor in the movie, that's saying something. But he stole the entire show. I love that movie.
No, we ain't talking about no Curious George shit neither.
It's out there.
It's out there.
It's almost like it doesn't know whether it be a kid's movie or like something adult oriented. I don't know. It's so weird.
Well, I mean, it's Al Adamson.
Totally dumb.
I mean, holy shit. Woo. All right, here we go right here. Dirk Hall, hell yeah, 4K right there. Brian Goes Blue. I did it the shit out of my popcorn still by accident. Still a standout in the collection. Yeah, man, that sucks with a dent, man. But hey, fucking.
Hey, that just makes it yours.
Exactly. It's very unique. Nobody has a copy like that on the face.
They're like, who gives a shit? It's mine. No one else. It's mine.
Exactly. The 4K lowdown right here, King of New York. Such a great film. Such a fucking underrated film, in my opinion. Just seems like nobody really talks about that film ever.
That's one of the best gangster flicks I've ever seen.
100%, man.
You want to see some awesome shootouts? Christopher Walken kills it in that movie.
That fucking the under the bridge scene that they're having with Lawrence Fishburne in that movie. Holy shit!
Oh, dude,
that movie. Oh, stand out.
Yeah, where he's just taunting Wesley Snipes.
Absolutely,
love it. The back and forth dynamic between those two characters alone is worth the price of admission alone.
Yep, one of a kind scenes. Let's see right here. Boy, they are fucking flying in here. Dirk Hall, The Shining is my favorite film, hands down. Hey, man. Shit, you can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it. 100%.
Probably my favorite Jack Nicholson performance.
Absolutely. Oh, you mean to tell me you didn't say Batman? Holy fuck, we just lost about half these people watching. No, I'm just kidding.
He's my favorite Joker.
There you go. There's a theory wall. There's a theory wall. So yeah, I think I pretty much probably broke that down. There's been different theories of that, of course, but Jesus Christ, we'll be here for 8 hours if we go over all this. But yeah, 100%. Hollow Notes, crazy theory. It is absolutely bonkers. It's batshit crazy. I know. Brian Goes Blue, show Cody Enterprise Earth. It'll blow his eardrums out. Absolutely. Brian introduced me to this fucking band. They had been out for a little bit, but they had this brand new album. Holy fuck. The band's called Enterprise Earth. Just the opening track on that record, if you like. Especially me and you liking Suicide Silence as much as we like them. Whitechapel. Kind of relative to
Whitechapel.
I mean, I'm talking about fucking grind saw metal shit, man. Like this shit just thuds when it comes on, man. Yeah, man, it's I wouldn't say it's operatic kind of sound or anything like that, but it has like this hint of like just something big's to come. This building the entire time, and they deliver 100%, man. That's a great record.
Send me the link after we get off live stream. Send me a link to that.
You know I will, brother. You know I will. Dirk Hall right here. Also another crazy one to try to solve is Eraserhead. Oh Jesus Christ! I know it gets shit on, but I've learned to hate it. You know, I fucking love Eraserhead, man. I mean,
hey, man, that movie, that's an 1.5-hour movie that feels like 3 hours. But I love it.
Amen right there, man. That was definitely on the list right there for that pickup. I had to have that shit. But, man, come on. David Lynch, that's his very first film, and Jesus Christ, watching the autobiography of how he talks about, I mean, he had a wife and a kid, a father who definitely didn't respect him because of his career goals he had in mind, was broke as shit, didn't know how to raise a family, but he still made a movie at film school in the fucking basement of all places.
Yeah.
So that is
it's basically just the fears of being a parent and parenting and taking on that kind of responsibility and all the different type of shit that can happen.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe I told you the story of like my youngest daughter Isabella. She was about to be born. My wife was probably like 6 or 7 months pregnant, and I just happened to catch that movie.
Impeccable timing,
dude. It was a nightmare. I was like, everybody's asleep in the house. She's asleep beside me. I'm just watching this movie. I'm just like, I mean,
you're like, please don't let this happen to me.
I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, man! Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it definitely. It hit
oh
me
man,
right
the baby in that movie when he finally unravels it.
Oh,
go watch it. Anyone who's watching it hasn't seen it, go watch it. And while you're at it, go watch everything David Lynch has ever done.
Absolutely. I vouch for that as well. Fucking Eraserhead, man. That is you're not gonna find another movie like that. Look at there, Pop's still hanging in there with us. Awesome, man. Got my Phantasm Spear collection in today, guys. Beautiful. I'm glad you got that, man. I hope your box was good.
Do an unboxing of that, man.
Yeah, hey, if anybody can do an unboxing,
a time, but I want to see it come from him. I want to see his thoughts on it.
Absolutely. He told me the other night that he's seen Phantasm 1 and 2, but he has not seen 3, 4, and 5, which everybody knows 5 is not the best thing in that box, but hey, 3 and 4 has enough to offer where you're like, all right.
Ravager is, you know what? I will say this, Ravager was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Especially since of that budget. But hey, we got Reggie Bannister back, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
The tall man was sick as fuck while they were doing that movie.
Friend in the first movie, he's just there to like kind of joke around with characters and play guitar. Becomes the main character for the entire rest of the franchise. It's like in that Critters movie. Who's that one guy? He kind of starts off as like the crazy lunatic that nobody believes, and then he just ends up taking over the entire franchise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fucking Reggie is great in those films, man. All of them. I'm so glad that he was the returning cast character for every single one of those films. They made him exactly what they are.
Oh, his appearance on Joe Bob was very, very good too.
That was a treat that night.
Such a likability factor.
Yep. And like I said, Angus Scrimm was sick as could be while they were doing that movie. Thankfully, it wasn't released yet, but Don Coscarelli actually took an early.
That is perfect casting.
To his house, and Don Coscarelli was on his deathbed in his house pretty much, and Don Coscarelli sat there and watched the Ravager flick with him right before he passed. So he did get to see it before he passed, and that was his last project that he worked on. So I know. Speaking of last projects, everybody thinks that Sid Haig, his last project was 3 from Hell. It's not. His wife even confirmed it that they're going to release this film that's coming up. That was his very last project before he passed away due to his illness. So Three from Hell was not Sid Haig's final performance. So we do have one more that's in the vault ready to come out soon if it hasn't dropped already. I just haven't kept up with that news so much. His wife is awesome. Very nice lady. She'll reach out. She'll respond to you. It doesn't matter who you are. You paying respects or anything like that. She's very, very, very sweet lady. Dirt Call. Hell yeah. Great edition. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you that fucking... I own like 4 box sets of Phantasm now, man. I don't mind at all paying what I paid for it. Fuck it. It's
you
great.
can never have enough Phantasm.
Exactly. Preach. Pop's Movie Dungeon. Will do, Cody. I will work on that. If anybody's going to do that, man, it's going to be fucking Pop. That'll be...
Yeah. He has a way better setup than I do.
Even if there's, and I guarantee you, there's probably like already 80 fucking videos on YouTube of the complete breakdown of that shit. Nobody's going to do it with the same personality or not the quality that Pops is going to do it at. So, Pop, you make that fucking video, man, dude. You got a lane of traffic ready to watch it, man. Pop's Movie Dungeon at Dirt Call. How you doing? All right, awesome. Everybody hitting back and forth. So that's awesome. All right, man, we'll wrap this up. I got 3 more right here, and we'll blow through it right quick.
Let's make this quick. People have shit to do.
Exactly. Here's one right here, man. I had a great time, man, with this. Me and you watched it after you recommended it from Kino. Took it over to my dad's house, man. This is one that he fell in love with as well right here. That is Chuck Connors, of course, and Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. That shit right there, if you are a Western fan and you appreciate anything of that genre, and it doesn't even have to be a Pacific, like a Biscotti Western kind of genre. This film is for fucking you.
Starring Chuck Connors.
Chuck Connors. If you don't know who Chuck Connors is and you are a Full Moon fan just by chance, I got to put that in there, man. I know you're laughing.
I know.
Oh, fuck. Anyway,
go for it.
If you're not aware who Chuck Connors is, but you are a big 80s horror fan and you do like Full Moon features a little bit, check out the movie Tourist Trap. It's fucking gold. It's like one of the very first movies that Joe Bob Briggs showed it in the 24-hour takeover probably 4 years ago at this point. It is a great flick. Holy shit. I love that
I also have to say, I love his show, The Rifleman.
Oh,
that's one of my favorites.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. That was a treat right there. Kino did a great job making that movie look really good too, man.
Non-stop action.
There's even an Italian cut on here too. It includes both the 99-minute English and 100-minute Italian cuts. There's like a 1 minute difference basically, but you got it on here. Not much for special features, but hey, great fucking release. If that's on the Kino sale right now and you get that for a good price until April 9th, put that shit in your cart. You won't
right. Have that be your first purchase.
There you go, right there.
Chuck Connors and Frank Wolf in that movie are awesome. Love how they just play off of each other.
Absolutely. That's a great fucking flick, man. That definitely deserves
He gives him an ultimatum that he cannot refuse, which is kill them all and come back alone.
Simple enough. Simple enough. The ending to that movie too, man. Jesus Christ. This balls out, man. Just fucking, it just rips.
Even the final frame of that movie is imprinted in my brain forever.
100%, man. All right, next up, man. You already know what this one is because I threw up, Kill Them All, and Come Back Alone. I had to throw this one in there because, come on, it's from one of the greatest.
The Great Silence.
What's that?
The Great Silence.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
I had to grab 2 copies of it. Of course, we got the Eureka and that nice one that we got right there from, was that Film Movement Classics, I think? Anyway, yeah. That right there, if you've never seen this flick right here and you're a Western fan, Sergio Corbucci just delivers on this. This film is, you can watch this during the summer. It's at 120 degrees outside. You will freeze your ass off while you're watching this movie. The atmosphere of it, just like it has that atmosphere to it. And just let you know, I'm not going to try to spoil it, but this is one of those films that didn't completely give a fuck because the good guy can't always win. So, hope I didn't spoil it, but there you go. The Great Silence. I had to throw that in there, man. So that was
that's another great Frank Wolf performance too.
Oh, come on. One more.
And if you guys know Frank Wolf, you've seen Good, the Bad, the Ugly. You know who Frank Wolf is.
Come on, throw the other guy's name in this film that's very notorious for being in a lot of bad movies.
Klaus Kinski?
There you go.
Crazy
very
bad shit, mother.
One of the most difficult men to work with in cinema. I mean, there's documentaries made about how fucking hard and impossible it was to make films with that guy because of his ego and his, arrogant fucking thought.
Yeah, he's been through some shit, though.
Mm-hmm. That guy did not have a fucking silver spoon fed life. Like he was.
That guy drank his own piss. I don't even want to get into it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, he has a crazy backstory.
Let's just say that we got some relatable. He definitely has some relatable things with Joe Spinell, just a tiny bit, because that came to a horrible end too as well. Fuck.
I love the addition that Film Movement Classics gave this edition, but I just had to go and put it in there.
Hey,
so then you get this.
Like, you got the whole setup right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put them together. So I got like 2 books and the 2 discs.
Way to do it, man.
Try to save some space.
Tell you what, you recommended that film, man, and we popped it in and watched it. I had my son sit in the living room with me, man. He was eating it up. I took that thing straight over to my dad's house. I'm like, look, you've never seen this film before. You got to watch this. My dad was just like, holy shit. Like, that's a great flick. But, man, it's brutal, though. God,
that means something to me. How you got to watch it with your dad and watch it with your son. That's fucking awesome.
I had to share the experience, man. That's what it's all about. Let's see. I got to catch back up here. I don't even know where. There we go, right there. We'll do, Cody. I'll work on that. We saw that. Let's see. Dirk Hall doing good right there. Thank that guy's all. You know, Pop. Nothing but love and support over here, man. I just added it, but it's $17.95 on Kino, so I'm assuming that.
Let me tell you, it's worth every penny.
Yeah. Definitely check.
I think the cheapest you are going to find it for is $17.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's a great fucking flick, man. Kino did a good job on it for sure. The 4K lowdown right there. Kill Them All and Come Back Alone is on Amazon for $15.99. So there you go, just a little bit.
Yeah, save yourself $1 and go to Amazon.
There you go.
You got Prime, free shipping.
You probably get it in 2 days as well. But hey, if you want to grab it and just start with the rest of your Kino sale stuff, go for it, man. Brian Goes Blue right there. Pops could be in the future Kino sale. Their titles vary from sale to sale. Yeah, just depends on how long you want to wait. Awesome Dungeon right there at Brian Goes Blue 10-4. Dirk Hall. I just dropped around 200 on that Kino sale. Hey, there you go, man. That's the way to do it. Got a box full of goodies coming. Y'all know I'm fairly new to the collecting. So many titles to get, but Kino makes it easy. Especially with those prices. I mean, shit, we got what, like $8-10 Blu-rays for the most part. Those are like dump bin prices, and they have amazing titles in there. Not to mention, some of those have some killer special features on them. I still got to pull the trigger on my order, which is fucking crazy. But I got something sitting on the side right now. I'm going to take care of first, and then get back to that Kino order. So I think Brian knows what I'm talking about. I was hitting him up early, telling him that my next purchase is going to be. Only 800 Kino titles this sale, lol. Usually they put 500 to 600 on sale. This is a big one. Absolutely.
Is the audio peaking for anyone? That's really cool. More titles, the better.
Exactly.
Just let me keep knowing if the audio is good or not, because on my end, my phone's like staticky as fuck. I don't know why.
Gotcha. Everybody, please hit the comment section. Let us know how it looks and how it sounds. Hell yeah, Brian, right there. Absolutely, man. Fucking Kino's having a huge sale, man. Like I said, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that sale runs until April 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody get in there and grab you some stuff while you can. Great prices on that stuff. Take a plunge. Get you some of the stuff you've been trying to hold off on in the cart until you got a good deal on it. Dirk Hall right there. Good to go. All right, brother. But look, we're almost running about 2.5 hours. I think we've definitely did a pretty damn good job of running this thing and keeping it going. So again, let me run this across right quick. Everybody, please go check out Cody Montana over on YouTube. Just crank that thing up. He's getting it rolling. Show him some love, some support. Great fucking guy right there. One of the dearest friends I have on here. And man, I cannot thank you enough for saying yes and coming on here, because I know we've been talking for a good while about you doing this, and I think that's awesome of you.
I'm happy to be here, man. Very excited about this. It was cool. It went a lot better than I thought it would.
The text that you had sent me the other day, I believe it was Saturday right before I headed out to Orbit DVD. I woke up and I read that message right there, and I was like, dude, that made my fucking day. I even took a screenshot of the message that you sent me and sent it to Pop and shit. And Pop was like, dude, like, holy fuck, man. Like, that just made my day, man. Like, that's exactly what I do this shit for, too, as well. I'm like, hey, man, we have a fucking great
I cannot stress enough how awkward it is sitting in this little uncomfortable chair talking into my phone. It just feels awkward.
You're talking to me.
This isn't usually how I speak.
We happen to be hours and miles apart, man. So hey, this is about the next best thing we can do right here. Plus, got everybody in the chat support, man. Everybody's here for the same thing, man. There you go. There you go. Let me see. I saw a few come in right there. There you go. Goes blue. You sound great when talking, but there are audio pops occasionally. That's probably just, I mean, it's going to happen, especially with the technology that we have. We're not sitting here with a bunch of fucking expensive MacBooks and everything else. So
yeah, sorry, I'm filming on a rock.
No, let's just blame StreamYard. I'll blame StreamYard for everything anyway. The 4K lowdown, I'm getting a little static, but it's not bad. All right. Dirt Call, that sounds killer giant. Thank you so much, man. That's all the misses right there for me right there. Just having a lot of fun. She's supportive in everything I do. Not to mention, she is my assistant when it comes to buying physical media because I usually just send her to track it down. It's awful. Brian goes blue. It's always awkward, especially when filming videos, talking to a phone. Absolutely. iPad's the same way. I mean, you're just talking to a
yeah, but at least you have Coco to keep you company.
Exactly, man.
I
was talking to Brian, and he was, of course, early on, because I mean, Brian was on YouTube like 7-8 years ago doing videos, and it was just now up until recently, not too long ago, that he kind of changed his format up, and he included Coco, his girlfriend, with him to do everything. And that speaks in volumes, man, because a lot of people like to see that, especially when you're sharing your stuff with somebody and everything. That brings a different element to the table.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good dynamic to have.
Especially like for most
not
of
just
us,
like one guy being like, "Hey guys, look at what I got this week."
Exactly. Instead of it just being like 90%, 95% of this being like just some dude, sitting there on a camera showing what he picked up or talking about something. For anybody watching, like a guy who has a girlfriend or a wife, they actually get to see another female with them, and that's something that includes everybody with. So that gender thing is like kind of like, hey, it's nice to see that kind of evolve and come into the equation. So
I assure you, we're not all virgins.
Exactly, 100%. But yeah, man. Hey, once again,
yeah, this is truly starting to get to me. So I think this might be a good time to end it.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know if you have another stream tonight or if you want to catch a movie. But I'm definitely gonna get off here right now and get on with my night.
Hey, really quick, thank you so much, man, for fucking popping in, saying yes to this. Of course, thanks for everybody in the chat right there. You guys have been amazing. I've been trying to keep up with it. It's just, you guys were fucking killing it tonight. Thank you so much. Please head over and check out Cody Montana on YouTube. Great fucking guy right there. Dear friend, has some great content. I know he's going to bring something here. He's going to keep that content coming because I know he's going to just...
Don't take it too seriously.
With it. Hey, have fun with it. That's the biggest part of it, man. That's what it's always about, man. Let's see right here. Brian goes blue. Thanks, guys. We're touched. Awesome, man. 4 kilo down. My wife just yells at me off camera. That's awesome. Dirt Call right there. Hey, Johnny, check your email when you got a chance, brother. I definitely will, man. Thank you so much, man. I'll get right back to you as soon as this is over. The 4K lowdown. Great chat, guys. Had a lot of fun. Guys, thanks again so much for coming in and dropping in. We're going to end this now at 2.5 hours. Thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, until next time, stay safe and be careful.